right, time for the men's game now. 4 p.m. kickoff. Griffith Uni Thunder taking on the Bayside Ravens. Kenny Andres once again to call you through the action. And as always, I've caught up with a couple of the players and coaches in pre-game, starting with the Thunder's defensive back, Garrett Griffith. Mate, look, last week, tough hit out. You guys probably learned a lot about yourself and where you need improvement. What did you take out of last week?
Yeah, no, it was a hard-fought game. I think it was a wake-up call, maybe even for both teams. We know what we're capable of. We know what we need to do to reach those goals. So I think it was a great week for us to figure out who we are and what we need to do to get better and to reach that level where we need to be.
Today's game against the Ravens, is it a bit of the way I was just describing in the women's game there? Is it a bit of a pecking order game to see who's first contender for the Rhinos who are currently tabletopping?
Well, it's tough, yeah. You know, the league's a little top-heavy. You got your top four. So it's going to be a hard-fought game, and we're just going in here one play at a time, keeping that goal in mind, and that's all we're focused on right now.
Final question, mate. Halfway through the season, obviously you set goals and you have time frames when you reach them. What are you guys happy with what you've achieved so far?
I wouldn't say we're happy with what we achieved so far. I think we've left a lot on the table, and we're not nearly playing to our potential right now. So by no means are we happy or satisfied, and like I said, we're just taking it one day at a time, one game at a time right now.
Okay, Griffith, appreciate your time, mate.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Petey Brewer, current defensive coordinator until he gets back on the field. First question, mate. You far away?
It's tracking well, so we're expecting me to be back. This season was always the goals. Finals is at the latest, so I'll be back this season at some point.
Mate, it's been a couple of weeks since we've seen you on GQ TV. You've since not lost a game. Things progressing well?
Things are progressing well. We've been pretty beat up, so we had a couple games where we could get a lot of our depth experience, and it was a good opportunity for us to heal up at the same time. So we're looking forward for a solid matchup today and get some of our starters back on the field.
Your opposition today, the Thunder, they are dark horse no more. I think everyone's well aware of the potential they have. Talk to me about your opposition today.
Well, Tommy's a great quarterback, and anytime you have a good quarterback, you got a good team. So definitely we've been scheming for him, and it's a blessing that they got to have two teams worth of talent come together this year. So they're very deep, and they're going to be, after the Rhinos, they're the best team we've played, so we've been prepping for them for a while, so very, very excited for the competition.
Final question, mate. You guys have had to really test your depth, as you mentioned. You've got a lot of key inactives out today. Who's really surprised you here in the middle point of the season?
I think Bessie's been a fantastic anchor for our offense. I mean, losing Darius has been hard on us, and we have and Stokes was out before that, so he's been a great anchor for us and been that point that we can really hold on to. On defense, we've had a lot of guys come in. We've had guys like Liam Reeves who's been able to jump in and fill my spot while I'm away. All of our linebackers have gotten the rotation and D-line depth as well, which is fantastic. So when we get some niggles, we can get some guys out there to fill the spots.
Plenty of insight. Appreciate your time.
All right, thanks.
All right, a quick 30 seconds with the president of today's host area in Griffith Uni. Nathan, mate, you guys got a whole setup here. Talk us through what you got going on.
We've got an online store with Tribal Sport, so we're trying to get our brand out there. We've got I've collected a lot of things over the years. A lot of these are new, so just put them out there for people that want to buy them. It just brings another income stream into the club, which means that we can do more programs next year and years to come.
Mate, Clearly some of that money is going to the caretaking of the field out there, mate. That's looking spectacular. Tell me that was all you.
Of course, mate, of course. Actually, to be honest, that field is being shut down after this home game to be redone. It's not. They think it's getting worn out. So,
well, fantastic.
They really look after our fields.
Well, hopefully you rip it all up now and let them do their job. Thanks, Cal. Appreciate it.
Too easy.
And it's halfway point here in 2018 for the Gridiron Queensland season. We've got a 4 p.m. men's division kickoff for you between the visiting Bayside Ravens taking on the Thunder, who have been the talk of the town the last couple of weeks, have been regulars on Gridiron Queensland TV. The Ravens we haven't seen since week 2 when they went down to the Brisbane Rhinos. They're back now in their black and purple and white, ready to take on the Thunder in a game which will really dictate who's sitting number 2 behind the table-topping Brisbane Rhinos. Both teams have shown a lot of talent the last couple of weeks. Let's take a look at some of the league tables whilst the coin toss is going on. We'll start with our men's competition. We'll work backwards. You can look some of the results there. I did mention the last time we saw the Ravens, it was in round 2. You can see round 2 there at a 51-20 loss against the Rhinos. Last week, in round 5, the Thunder, they took on the Rhinos. Fared a little better, 47-31. The first team to keep the Rhinos under 50 points, and also the first team to score more than 30 on the Rhinos. So take that as you will. Looking at the standings, the Rhinos, they're currently perfect on 10 points. The Thunder behind them at 6. The Ravens, after getting docked a point, they sit at 5. The Stingrays, Vultures, they're both at 2 points with a 1 win so far, and the Raptors still searching for their first. And while we're at it, why don't we take a look at some of the junior results on the flip side of our competition. You can see the Stingrays seemingly doing well, both Colts and juniors right now. And the standings, there you are, they are the league leaders at 8 points. Rhinos just behind them at 6, and in descending order, the Raptors, Spartans, and Bengals. And the Colts below our men's. Stingrays currently undefeated. Chasing them is the combination of the Rhinos, Ravens, and Spartans. And you can see that on the table. Rhinos and Ravens and 2nd and 3rd at 6 and 8. Stingrays perfect at 8. Vultures, Thunders, and Spartans all on 2 points. So coin test has happened. The Ravens will be kicking off, and they'll be running right to left on your screen. The Thunder, they'll be returning this ball left to right. I'm Kenny Andres. I will call the action through this game with you, and in a few minutes we'll be joined by John Hollywood Rowe in color commentary. Ravens won the toss, opted to defer. Back deep to return for the Thunder is the 6 and 7 combination of Chris Pope and Leon Moody. Jaron Hugadike set to kick off for the Ravens. His kick is high and down the middle. It'll be fielded by Pope. Pope finds a seam down the middle. It bounces it to the outside. The footwork is on show. Comes back and eventually will be taken down by Brad Ebden. Both of those players capable of taking it to the house. Neither probably having the ideal game last week against the Rhinos, although Pope did score a touchdown in the corner. So first down for the Thunder. Here comes Tommy Corwin. With Sean Darty in the backfield. Two is that to the right. A bit of a heavy package in the grand scheme of things. Corwin going long on the first play. And the pass sailing a bit too long there. Intended for Chris Pope. Reeves on the coverage. The breeze has picked up a little bit here at Griffith University, and it is literally in the same angle that Corwin just threw, so the wind likely to be at the Thunder's back, at least for this first quarter. Trips out to the right now. Moody in the slot. He's in for a bubble, but they'll go over the middle to Corkett. Corkett, who took a massive hit last week. Reliable over the middle. Isn't taken down, but is stopped by a murderer of Ravens. Initially there, Jamal Sinapati, who had bruised ribs for the first couple of weeks. Suffering that in game 1 against the Stingrays on an intercepted return. Is back healthy now as he retains his safety position. Back there with Jaron Hugadike. Now it's a run. No, it's a bit of a keeper. There was a bit of a trick play there, and Moody was at quarterback. So they had a bit of a wild bird or a thunderbird package there. With Moody at quarterback and Pope at running back. So they put two of their best athletes in the backfield there. Another news, Tristan Back was unavailable last week against the Rhinos due to illness. He's back and healthy here for this week. Snow College product. Ready to go vertical when called upon. Corwin, he'll take it himself. Gets up the middle, finds the block behind some of his blockers, including Hiram Alafipo. And it's enough to move the chains, so there's the second first down. They fake it to Darty, who looked like he was in good stead as well had they handed the ball off. Regardless, Corwin gets the job done. 1st and 10. Ball on just shy of halfway. They'll give it to Darty. Darty cuts off his right foot, heads north. And now he's bouncing it to the sideline, putting his quickness on display. It's him versus Hoogadike, and Hoogadike will run him out of bounds, but not before a great gain on the ground by Sean Darty. Darty, his quickness has been a theme of commentary over the last couple of weeks, and there it is on display again. There's that big, talented defensive front for the Ravens. They'll need to do a better job there to try and keep Darty in check. He's still in the backfield with Corwin. It'll be a play-action pass. They'll get it out to Corkett after the play-action fake. And Corkett is wrestled down by Chris Clark. And the import there, taking down the Queensland State tight end. And Darty is down, injured. You can see there he takes a hit from Ebden as he was coming to make a block, and Ebden was coming to the pile, and he can't get back up. He's up to a knee now. The referees are discussing whether they felt that play was illegal or not. No flags are on the field, so it looks like it'll stand. Darty will come off for at least a play. He's showing it looking like it's shoulder there. It might have been a bit of a separation. And Darty, who started the game well, is now trying to get feeling back in his left arm, so it could just be a stinger. Regardless, Thunder still in good position. Inside the red zone, they're about 15 yards out. Corwin looking to his right and throwing that direction in the flat. Gets one of his receivers there. It's 96, I believe that's Caio Silva. Gone. Only missed the one pass so far. The overthrow to Moody down the right-hand sideline. Thunder, a healthy drive so far, incrementally moving down the field. They'll go a rollout. This is a favored play of Corwin. He's got a man open, but it's intercepted by Clark in the back of the end zone. And see a turnover there. Let's just see if he stayed in bounds. I don't think he actually stayed in bounds. They're marking him out of bounds. A heck of a play, but he hasn't been able to stay in bounds, it appears. Corwin still on the field. He gets high, but he can't stay in the field of play. His left foot out of bounds. So that with that established, Thunder back. Darty's back after one play off, and he's taking down immediately, getting closer and closer to the end zone. Obviously Darty's okay, just needed some sort of adjustment maybe to the pads, if anything. 3rd and goal now. This would be a shame for the Thunder to come away with only 3 points after the productive drive they've had so far. Conversely, a huge win for this Birdtown defense if they win in the red zone here. 2nd and 10. 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 2nd and And the referees are discussing something here with Paul Romaniuk. Couldn't see any flags from where I was, so I think that's Whitehead is Richard Prater again, I believe. See the call's made, and the flag will be waved off. So I didn't see a flag from my viewpoint here. It must have been near side sideline. Regardless, doesn't matter in the end as they wave it off. So 3rd and goal. Corwin assessing the play. He's got a 4-wide formation, 2 receivers either side. Dottie in the backfield with him. He'll drop back, look left, looking for the flat. He gets it, but Clark takes him down short of the goal line. A good form tackle there. We got import on import. The Ravens actually blitz on that play. Corwin gets the hot read out, and well, it's sound defense there by the Ravens. They keep it in front of them. Good field awareness here now. It doesn't look like the Thunder are sending their field goal unit out. They're going for 6. You can see actually on the screen there, the Ravens have finally received their new decals for 2018. The Flash. Philadelphia looking silver. Wings on their helmet looking very flash. Same formation. Receivers split evenly either side. Corwin has to move. He's flushed out, throws off his back foot. Hits a player short. And I'm seeing touchdown from the Thunder sideline. I couldn't quite make it out from here, but it is a touchdown to the Griffith University Thunder. This will be a better angle. Corwin buying all the time he needed on that play, and yes, he was well and truly in there. Great play there by Leon Moody. The combination between Corwin and Moody improving each week. Corwin had a lot of work to do there. He had to escape out to the right. Moody broke off his route, showed him his numbers, and made the play for his quarterback there. Silva gets this kick up and gets it good. Thunder on their first drive. It is a long drive that takes it all the way to 4th and goal, but they come away with 7 points. Hold there by Garrett Griffith. On the screen there, number 21. He was wearing 34 last week. It is Daniel Wenban in his 2nd game here for 2018. The former Wildcat. Naturally, the Wildcats absorbed by the Griffith Uni Thunder. They are stoked to have a player of his caliber. On the flip side, there's his counterpart, Liam Reeves, wearing number 32. Number he's donned since 2011. Silver after kicking a successful BAT drills this short. I don't think it was intended as an onside kick. I think they were trying to find an awkward bounce there to recover, but the Ravens, they let it safely travel out of bounds. Let's see if they actually opt to take the re-kick here. They've got a couple of talented returners. They might even look to push the Thunder back. Nope, they'll send the offense out. So the Thunder were successful on their first offensive drive. The Ravens, they'll be trying to emulate that behind quarterback Mitch Bessie. At least quarterback for now. Ben Stokes, I'm led to believe, isn't too far away. Has been seen throwing in practice. So one would imagine that the Ravens, who have just got the one loss to their record so far, soon looking forward to the return of number 12, Ben Stokes. Which consequentially means they will be getting Mitch Bessie back at wide receiver. Position he earned representative honours for. Going to Ohio as an outside receiver for the Australian outback. Here he is at quarterback now. Alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers. Especially Clark down the left-hand side. Bessie tries to go hard gate. Now he checks off the play. He's looking left to Clark. Clark picks it up. Clark playing both ways and clocks a hit from Julius Trejo. Went down with an injury last week, but it was a beast before that. His physical presence is felt on the first offensive play for the Ravens. Clark copping a shot. And a flag has been thrown. I wonder if they're pinning him for leading with a helmet. Nope. The second flag that's been waved away today. Oh no, shouldn't have been because it's 1st and 20, so the flag was in place. It was obviously against the Ravens. And they'll have a bit of trickery here as they pull out a bit of a fake. Bessie keeps it. The Thunder win that play again. And on the play is number 46. They fake it to force it. Sorry, number 40, Paula Diapoletti, another one of the talented inside defenders that this coaching staff has raved about. And it's 2nd and 20 now. And they try to go short. The Thunder make him pay. Warwick Russell having to cop a shot there. And, oh, more friends. Coach Hollywood Rowe prepping to join me in the commentary booth now. Well, they take what the defense gives them, but that's exactly what the defense wanted to give them.
Oh my goodness.
And he's here. He's made it down the M1.
Hello, listeners. Hello, everybody. This is probably one of the highlights of my career. If I'm going to do some Snapchatting later on, can you just show you exactly where we are?
Only the best for us, mate. Mitch Bessie here on 3rd and long. He's looking long over the middle for Tate. Tate can't shake the defender. It sails over his head. And the Ravens, they'll have to punt away on their first possession.
Well, as we say, Bessie put a little wobble on it so the receiver could see it better. Not the best release there, but g'day, Kenny. How are you, mate? Just a shout out to everybody at home. And
I haven't seen you since week 1, mate.
I know, it's been absolutely crazy. Such is the life of post-football. And I think it's a case of everyone listening, there is life after football. And
There is.
The Sun Devils was a big campaign, and I'm not involved with any of the local clubs. Happy to come along and help out in any way, but it's been amazing watching you, Kenny, and listening to you and the live stream at home. It's been fantastic. So a great job from Gridiron Queensland.
Oh, mate, well, job's always funner when you're here. It's a high punt, but not necessarily a long one. And wisely fair caught there from the experienced Garrett Griffith.
Another beautiful day here today in Queensland, Kenny. I tell you what, and it's also just coming in. Then also a shout out to any of the plumbers out there.
I was about to say you had a bit of a sewage issue or something.
Oh, not so much just one of the hose, the main water line to the house busted this afternoon. So that's why I'm a little late here today. Just had to tape that up and wait for an experienced plumber. Any experienced plumbers out there?
Yeah,
call Coach Hollywood.
Hint.
But just Kenny, as I say, walking across here, I can definitely feel the vibe on the Griffith sideline. These guys are hyped up, very, very quiet on the Ravens. Griffith have got it going on.
Well, as I said, we've had the Griffith Thunder twice on the stream the last couple of weeks, so the tension's kind of been on them. The Ravens, we haven't seen them since week 2, but they haven't lost a game since that week 2 loss against the Rhinos.
And that was obviously a hard game, Kenny, for the Ravens. I mean, with Darius out, Stokesy out, there we go.
Oh, here we go. Is that Robbie Corker down the left-hand sideline? Getting open again is the state tight end, Robbie Corker, down the left-hand sideline. And the pocket presence of Corwin right now. He's not rattled at all in the pocket.
No, and I tell you what, Kenny, just on a personal note, it's so much pride I get from watching these guys that came to Sun Devils and have moved on and have elevated to that next level. I hope the Sun Devils did make them train harder and see what they need to do that next level, and we're seeing it across a lot of teams.
Indeed we are. Robbie Corcoran, a couple of good weeks strung together now. Corwin alone in the backfield. Ravens show blitz. They'll send blitz. He has to get it out quickly, and it's now intercepted over the middle. The blitz pays dividends, and that's Jaron Hugerdijk taking the ball away from Moody, who then pushes the defender. You can tell things are already heated here in the first quarter.
Yeah, look, I was going to say, I thought that was actually a poor route by number 7, but Tommy can do a bit past than that. He can put it in front, but maybe a little bit of, not so much lack of confidence there of what route he was going to run. But it's been great, Kenny, watching you in the live stream or at home, and said the iPad's been working on the 60-inch television, and it's been great. Canada, Toowoomba, Sunshine Coast. I know Perth have been watching a lot. South Australia's been watching a lot. And it's again just a great facility we have here for Gridiron Queensland.
A couple of New South Wales folk as well tuning in. That's my team list I give to you. Fly to the bottom of our booth. And Bessie's forced to roll out. He throws back over the middle across his body to nobody. Intended to Clark, but the pass is way too long. Their first down pass will, it'll push them to 2nd and 10.
And Kenny, one of the things of being able to watch at home is you're not involved, and what I mean by that is you've actually been able to watch the games for what they are, and not so much knowing the coaches or a lot of the players. And we have seen, this has probably been one of the most, I won't say turbulent years, but a lot of players changing clubs, and a lot of imports. I mean, the Rhinos, as we've seen, a great organisation. We've seen them in the administration side, but they have actively recruited in the import space, and it's showing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a team that scored almost 50 points every game. The Ravens going out there, and that might be Griff Roberts taking his first carry. I believe it is.
And it's just fantastic. Just a little speed option there, pitch out to Griff. It was great. Griff did great in Mexico. He did cop a big knock to the head. We had to make, obviously, the concussion rule there. But, just learning from guys like Griff. I mean, you're never too old to learn from younger players. And going away with the under-19s, it was just a completely different perspective as a coach and how to learn to coach those versus the men.
What's a different experience and the different players you get, as much as football players are football players. It's another carry to Roberts. Roberts bounces this to the outside. He's going to use his speed to advance the ball forward. He's going to get close to a first down. He'll convert, in fact. Good. A 6-yard carry there from Roberts. Well and truly. Actually, no, it's closer to a 10-yard carry. My apologies.
The thing I'm enjoying, Kenny, the most, and I hope the viewers are at home too, that know football, the Gridiron Queensland, many of the teams are very fluid. They're not so much the static. I mean, you look at Bessie's quarterback stance there. It is not ideal, but it's almost the way I coach it, to get that foot back out from there. And you see Tommy Corwin, he's moving around behind the centre, things like that. It's a lot more fluid, the game this year, which is great to see. What
is some of the highest quality football we've seen collectively in the league, albeit, moving to 6 teams will do that to you. And it's a play-action pass, a hard fake. Bessie looking long down the right-hand sideline now. Flags are down. It's an incomplete pass. Pass intended to Nigel Fawcett. And flag back at the line of scrimmage.
So there's that stance I was talking about with Bessie there.
I think it's a false start there. That might have got the Ravens pinned. Liam Edwards, but holding's also a possibility.
Let's have a look here. So we're looking at the right tackle. No, there we go. Just not set. Number 17, not set. Wasn't Canadian rules where you can go forward in the motion. I'd love to see that rule brought into
it'd be interesting.
Think
about your playbook. It would grow an extra 40 pages.
Well, that was one of the joys, actually, of coaching, I think, in 2005. It was holding.
Yep.
It was holding. It wasn't the false start.
Edwards got away with that one.
Team Down Under, we got a chance to go and play against the Columbus War Dogs in the Australian Arena League. One of our only games ever to go over. And just that different aspect of having that person in motion towards the line of scrimmage just gave you
especially as an
it actually dumbed the playbook down.
Yeah,
you actually had a lot more read option choices.
Well, here we go. It's Clark now who's being used, and here, there, and everywhere. A late flag thrown in by, and there's a helmet off, so possibly a face mask.
I'm sorry, Kenny. I seem to have brought the flags.
It was a clean game to you.
Great job there by number 30 from Griffith. Almost stripped that ball out there.
Jack Wilson.
Got a hand in there. Just going to have to, just from what I've seen so far, Kenny, those Ravens O-line are going to have to sustain that block just a little bit longer. Maybe get a little bit more physical on the line.
Well, they are missing starting set of Matthew Oley, so...
I wasn't where a music festival was on this weekend.
No, apparently he's sustained a short-term injury, so he's out for this game. He's
From raving.
Next, probably from raving with, multicolored glasses on.
I mean, and there's a guy. I mean, he may be. I'm sorry, I've just done a Chris Collinsworth. Here's a guy. No, especially Matthew Ole. I mean, coaching him back in 2014, 2015, he was all over the place. He was a linebacker, he was a D-line and safety, and think wanted a tight end for a little while, even at fullback, and then he's moved to probably one of the hardest and most commanding positions on the team is centre. And it's just been amazing to watch players' careers blossom over the years, so to speak.
Yeah, you never know where you'll finish in this sport of ours. And they're still assessing. They're having a long chat about how they want to apply or not apply this flag.
I'd love to do the bad lip reading for Gridiron Queensland.
Mate, we still have that footage there, the one that you got Tim Redshaw for.
What are you doing tonight? I don't know. What are you going to do? I might watch the footy finals.
2 is my favourite number, but I like number 1.
And I think also, too, look, I just cannot. I'm in a really good mood, Kenny. His Griffith Uni field is just amazing. I mean, we practiced here for the Sun Devils, and the organisation from Griffith Uni and the university itself, not only the equipment, the personnel, and the facilities available, the ground is just amazing. It's a really nice ground.
They also, I was speaking to some of the Thunder playing, they said that when it rains, they're more than happy to use their film and media rooms for film sessions and whiteboard sessions. So they've been a fantastic partner for the Thunder.
Personal foul.
No.
Bad lip reading at home.
Yeah, so he doesn't like some of the fashion choices.
Illegal use of leg warmers, I think I may have read there.
Well, it's on the Thunder, and they'll march up the field 15 yards. So
Kenny, you've been here from day to. I mean, I was there with you. We had a little bit of microphone trouble for the Stingrays game, but what's your take so far? Has anybody actually asked you what are you feeling?
Oh, they're asking me every week, and I think the situation is we really need to get a feel of how good this Thunder team is. Because right now, as I said, it's a bit of a pecking order fight here. It's the Rhinos, if they continue the way they're going, there's no way to believe that they shouldn't be there at the end. And it's about who's going to be there with them. And a lot of people at the start of the season will be quick to say the Ravens and the Stingrays. But as Bessie takes this forward here, finds a bit of success. Hold my thoughts for a second. He beats Trejo. Trejo forces him out of the sideline. But finally, a big positive play there for the Ravens.
Very nice job there. What we call staircase running. So you'll see the read. And sort of crashed, but sort of stopped, went too wide. Up, then out, what we call staircase running. And then gets out of bounds. Do you feel, Kenny, that the Ravens are really going to rely on Bessie's running more than passing? I mean, we've seen how good he can pass against the Stingrays from week 1, I think it was, and a few other things. But, they're going to rely really that run-pass option, so to speak, from Bessie.
It is interesting. And I haven't seen him since week 2, but he had a full pre-season. Now he's had 6 weeks behind him there. You got to wonder where his natural instincts lie. If you only do it for a week or two, generally you're going to assume that you rely on the run. But he's had a full preseason now. You got to wonder if he's going to linger in the pocket and deliver some of these passes instead.
And he's no stranger. He's been there before, and he was our third string, I think, at the Sun Devils.
Another flag.
No flag.
No flag on that play.
As a former referee, I've got no problem with that. I'd rather throw it, have a discuss about it, than pick it up, than not throw it at all and say, well, that should have been thrown.
Agreed. Bessie to Griff Roberts. No, Bessie's kept it, and he's going to get clobbered in the backfield. Wilson's one of those, along with number 45, Bruce Pelusi.
From just what I've seen so far, Kenny, little stretch, running to the outside. We have an outside run to Griff there, a choice, or the keep to the same side. So it's not the crisscross as you would think. What I've seen so far, Kenny, is I'm just looking at the Ravens, just testing everything. They've gone outside to the left, outside to the right, inside left. They're looking to go outside right on that last play. So I think they're just finding it out where the weaknesses are on this Thunder team.
They're scripted. It seems very much like a scripted assortment of plays there. Bessie, deep drop now, looking to the sideline for Clark. Clark picks it up, gets himself in bounds. That looked beautiful on screen.
Very nice. You see, I think it's Russell there just doing a nice underneath route to maybe hold the linebackers. You watch him come across from left to right, which will leave Clark out on the wide side and over the top of the linebacker dropping.
You almost want a bit of a beacon on Clark. You never know where he's going to rock up. He's playing corner, safety, returner, running back, wide receiver.
Well, you can't not use someone that has talent like that. So, I mean, as we said, you pay your fees, get them on the field as much as you can. You do all that time at practice.
5 wide once more, trips to the left side. Clark
Love the 5
inside.
wide. 4 in the box, the blitzing linebacker.
Here goes Tate. Tate cops a shot by Griffith and Wenban.
Have a look at the replay here, Kenny. They're trying what I call a triangle coverage on the outside. So you have a look past to the left. Automatically, there's 3 Griffith defenders there. So basically, they're triangle on the left, triangle on the right. That leaves the middle open, middle wide open. So you can see sort of 3 to the left,
Yeah,
1 in the
especially as
flat,
they're blitzing
man
them.
coverage.
Griffith, who had to sit most of the other game, more precautionary. They were worried about a potential concussion. He's been all cleared.
Safety first is my motto, Kenny. And it should be as all the coaches, safety first.
He's back and healthier than ever. You saw the lick that he put on there on Tate.
Stacking the box here, Thunder.
We've seen is that a delayed game? Yep, I'm getting a delayed game signal.
I'm just making sure I've got cables here,
That's
Kenny,
all
everywhere.
right. You're all right. You're good. You're good.
I'm going to get a selfie here. I'm going to just show everybody at home just the stuff that we have to do. Here we go. Oh, camera. Quick, where's camera 1?
Camera one. We need you.
Where's camera 1? There he is up there. Oh, there we go. Hey, there we are. Everyone. Hey, everybody at home.
And
Back to the game.
To the game. Mitch Bessie once again naked in the backfield.
I think
Right.
it looks very professional at home. Great
And,
catch.
Oh, Warwick Russell laying out for that one. Coverage there by both the Jones twins.
2 receivers very close in that area. Let's have a look and see what happens out to 3 and 4 out in the receiver. No, it's just the old
Oh, gosh.
hitches all round. Great throw by Bessie there to the back shoulder, away from the defender. Very nice.
Literally split the defenders on that play. And
The water break, timeout here.
I think was that end of quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, the Griffith University Thunder, they lead the Ravens 7-0 after scoring on their first offensive drive of the game.
You see Darius Holiday-Miller there coming out.
I had a chat
What
to
was,
him. And
you had a chat? How long? What are we looking there for him?
he still hasn't got a time frame. He says it's definitely this season. And then I asked the next question. I'm like, well, how are you doing in the head, mate? Because, a competitor like him sitting in the sideline is not easy to do. And he goes, look, I'm having my moments, mate, but I've just got to keep telling myself it's part of the process. So it's a bit of a growing process. He's an older back than he once was. He's at 26 now, but sitting on the sideline is never easy.
Oh,
There's someone who
absolutely. I
works
could
as
not
hard as he
agree more. I mean, it's got to be killing, but I think in the big picture, you just have that time to rest your body to play another 5-10 years, hell, rather than come back way too early.
is. Exactly right, especially at the position he plays.
And look, he's had a magnificent career so far. Have a little bit of a rest. He's still helping the team as much as he can.
He certainly is, whether that's on-field coaching. Obviously, he coaches a lot of the people outside, technically of football, but it's obviously very football-related. And on top of that, he does a lot of the admin duties for the Ravens as well.
Empty again, getting close to the end zone.
Warwick Russell, right slot. They'll throw to Russell. Russell will pick it up off the ground. They're going to say it was incomplete.
Bounce pass, Kenny, perhaps.
If Russell caught it with one hand, maybe there wouldn't be an argument.
Let's have a look at Bessie's mechanics here because he did short that. Yeah, elbow. For those at home, elbow almost down number level. So if he gets that elbow up a little higher, he'll be watching this and going, "Thanks, coach."
Add that to the mix.
And those short passes, actually, believe it or not, are probably the hardest ones to do. Anybody can sling it 40 yards or whatever you need to do with a high arc, but it's those really quick 5-yard speed outs that you need to catch the ball, get the laces, if you indeed want to get the laces, and get it out as quick as you can.
More on that in a second. Bessie in the backfield with Griff Roberts. He'll pitch it out to Roberts. Roberts looking for some space. Will cut back in. What a nice jump cut. Gets a second one before the inside defense takes him down, but a good display of how to be patient with your blocks there by Roberts.
Yeah, look at this. Bessie doesn't even take 2 steps with this. 2 and a half, 2 and a bit, and then pitches it straight away. I mean, if you want to see him, I personally, as a coach, love to see him come up with a couple more steps almost to the last second, but is it self-preservation, or did he just say, I'm going to pitch it now?
Well, Wilson certainly made him make a decision early, but with these sort of longer-armed quarterbacks like Bessie, are those shorter passes more difficult?
Oh, absolutely, because it's all about mechanics and getting that whip.
Speaking about mechanics, or more so fundamentals, a false start there by Roberts. So let's move this Raven team back. Roberts, probably the youngest player on this squad, still a Colt, obviously eligible to play men's. He's good enough to play men's.
Definitely not the thinnest, as we see number 81, Warwick Russell. Just look at the hair there. I love the players with the hair out. It is part of the uniform.
The Polamalu look. Oh, it's a bad snap. I don't think Bessie was ready for it, and Sam Leota has come away with the ball for the Thunder.
That's not the first time we've seen that too, Kenny. If you have a look, I distinctly remember against the Rhinos. Definitely not ready. He's checking the backfield there. And the American football is a special football. It will bounce anywhere. You have a look at Bessie's head here. He's not even looking. He's getting ready to look to the left. There it is. Bam. Great snap at the numbers.
Unfortunately, the quarterback wasn't ready for it. Flags are on the play.
Flag. Here we go.
So let's see. I mean, the only saving grace for them right now is if someone was offside.
Corwin is out on the field.
He can negotiate with the best of them.
Corwin lip reading there. I like southern country and western music. The slow type. Yes, the referee is going the slow type.
I want to say the referee is a fantastic beard.
Or of a chiseled look. No grey on that young gentleman.
For some of the finest red hair you'll see north of the border.
It is the only, basically where those gentlemen are standing, for the people at home, there is a flag at the foot of the white cap, so that's where it has been thrown.
I think we'll get a shot of it here now. We're getting there,
Boom. So whether it be on the line. Again, it's a lot of people maybe have a whinge, but look, at the end of the day, this is not the NFL, and we want to make sure we get it right.
And you got to remember, this is just as much of a process for the referees to get better as well.
Oh, there we go. So I can see there, number 80.
Nigel Fawcett.
Nigel was checking with the referee.
So it doesn't matter. It's all academic by the end of it. The Thunder will take over after the fumble recovery by Sam Leota.
Great drive by the Ravens, but coming up short, about 10, 15 yards short there on a mistake. Thinking, and it also has been, you see, Corwin having a chat in the huddle, having a look, a little bit of a peek at the defense there. That's what I do love about Comey. He's not afraid to have a look and see who is on the defense and go, hey, I might change my play call because this person is there.
Based on personnel, yeah. Well, Corwin's there, and is that a new back in the backfield?
Ravens in too high look.
Is that Christian Arnold? Anyways, Corwin climbs the ladder, gets it to Pope, and Clark drills him. The whistle, in my opinion, blew before that ball came out.
There's going to be, I'd say it's a forward progress. Otherwise, I'd say it's out because it would be classed as a fumble. Let's have a look. Steps up in the pocket, very nice. Throws. Look, and this is where you get into that whole, I hate the whole, did he make a football move, blah, blah, blah.
Too much interpretation.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, from here, is it a catch or is it not a catch? Because if it is a catch, it looks like a fumble.
For a 1999, mate, what's that call? Well, if we were in 1999, would that be a catch and fumble?
That'd be just no. Actually, it would be a flag for illegal passing because it should be wishbone running. That's old school there.
Too many wide receivers.
Too many wide receivers on the field.
And just confirming, that was actually Cody Tate-Wooldridge in a running back last play. Corwin looking to his right, hitting a slant. That's Pope. And Pope weaves his way through and eventually is taken down by Liam Reeves.
Griffith's going hurry up here, Kenny. That was 5 wide receivers. Now Tommy putting one single back in the hurry up offense here. He's got him at the line, ready to go.
Clock at corner. He's looking to his right. He's flushed and tries to hit Pope again on the slant. Can't quite corral it though, and strangely enough, Jason Leon almost looked like he was on the coverage there.
They're going to have to practice that a bit more, Kenny, because they're back up and hurry up again, but the receivers really didn't know what was going on. You can see them checking the wristbands now. They've got the formation, just getting the play. So we are single back in the backfield with spread again.
Tate Wooldridge in the backfield. He'll go on a pattern. They'll throw this time to Moody. And Moody grabs it and loses it. The Ravens, they're all over it. And the referees, they're making a signal, and we've seen
Ravens ball.
back-to-back turnovers. Back-to-back fumbles, in fact. And who's the man forcing it?
27.
Again, Chris Clark, the playmaker for this Bayside Ravens unit.
Just a simple four-man rush. Single linebacker in the middle. Great hustle. Do not stop fighting. That's a great example of not stopping until the whistle is blown.
Well, his folks back in Indiana, or Indianapolis to be specific, I'm sure they're tuning in and they're watching their boy do them proud.
Empty set again, 5 wide.
And this time Clark's in motion.
The
He
jet
is
sweep here.
everywhere.
The trip
They'll
option.
pitch to him. No! The Thunder. They say no, not a Togafu. Sends Bessie the other way. Bessie's making the best of a bad situation. It's turning into a great one, and he gets a first down. He's running it out past his own 40.
There's a great shot there from the camera guys of the look on Bessie's face. They're going, what just happened? But you can see it's just basically a man in motion. He's going to be the pitch man for the speed option. Great job. I'm just trying to see the hustle there. You can see from the Griffith who really blew that play up.
Yeah, Nada Togafu, I think, was the first person to blow the jet sweep up.
Came on the inside. I think Bessie did want to pitch that, but obviously did not have enough time. We've seen, since we've been here, Kenny, the Ravens are going around the outside.
Around the outside.
Buffalo girls.
Here we go. And Griff Roberts this time, just trying to take it up the middle. Oh, that's Elijah. Like just getting.
What are you doing there, Elijah? You should be working or something.
We're just getting a message cycled in from the Facebook comments. So, big hello to you, Elijah. We miss you too, buddy.
Not really.
A little bit, just a wee bit.
The Cinna Party clan over there, Ben and Des on the sideline.
And Bessie throws to the right. Tries to force him to the flat. He gets him, but not for a whole bunch of yardage.
Again, great example. There can not much speed on this. Again, where's his arm? Where's his elbow? He needs to rocket that ball out. I mean, that's probably one of the longest throws you're going to throw. Has a quick look. Good action. Just need a bit more pepper on that. A bit more heat.
He's got those long levers going.
And yes, Elijah, good day to you over in the USA. What is it, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock in the morning? I'm not sure.
Give or take 12.
But again, another great opportunity here from live stream guys that somebody in the USA is watching.
Indeed, watching his little brother. Jamal, played defensive back. Bessie this time has Roberts in the backfield. Since Fawcett in motion, he's hurling it, but it'll be a fake. Roberts picks it up on the inside. That play looks familiar, coach. And Roberts is going to fight for a bunch of yardage. Won't be taken down until now. And
whistles everywhere. Ball was down.
A lot of shouting.
Interesting on the replay. You have a look at 81 Russell here on the left-hand side. He's probably slap and go, and he's going to go take the second linebacker. And there's... we're getting word that may have been punch thrown right at the end.
I think he's just shaking off one of the blocks there. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, Julius Trejo. We'll just see here, right here.
Oh, yes, a little slap to the helmet. Just let you know that's probably the most protected part of the body, so...
If you want someone, aim for the ribs.
Yeah, or the arms. Not that we're promoting violence in any way.
In any way, shape or form.
You can do it legally on the field as much as you want. Again, Russell close.
Quick throw, not quick enough. The Ravens having a lot of trouble, as you've alluded to, getting their quick game going.
I want to have a look at this, Kenny. So look at the left tackle, right tackle, right guard. They're almost downfield straight away. No, they're just driving back. Okay, so I thought there was some sort of tricky play going because it was a quick pass to Russell, not 3 yards down the line of scrimmage, but the right tackle and right guard were out very, very quickly. No, they were just drive blocking. So,
is that a clear example of the old RPO?
Yeah, and that's one of the things I've been loving watching the Rhinos is they're almost as similar as the Seahawks in Sydney. They're doing the second level RPO. A lot of the first level, as you see in this competition, is reading a defensive end or reading somebody on the line of scrimmage, just like on the speed option there.
Oh, great pursuit there by Togafu.
It's just one-man show on the outside. There's got to be a way better job of blocking done out here on the right. Yes, caught there. Number 85 for the Ravens. Michael Thompson, it might pay for you to watch the guy you need to block rather than watch what's happening in the backfield. Clear turnstile. It was almost like the New York Giants offensive line. Turnstile styles.
There's only so much Saquon can do.
You get a great running back like that for the Giants, and you might want to get the 1989 offensive line for the Giants back.
Or even the 2016 Dallas Cowboys O-line. And Bessie throws
double
offers back into double coverage. Clark does him a favour there and tries to snatch at it. Incomplete on 3rd and 10.
Let's see if we have a replay here of the wide. Have a look down. I'm going to have a look at the safety because it was a single downfield. Bessie's gone this triple coverage to the outside where it was one-on-one over the post. Might have a look at that. You can see coming down the middle. Throw it now.
Michael Thompson on the break. Yeah, Garrett Griffith declared.
Almost, 3 going back there. Good read by number 2, the safety there. He's turned and bailed straight away for it.
You'd hope so. He's one of the most experienced players out there. Played in Prague or Ostrava, which is close to Prague, Germany, Italy, and Finland. That's just his European career.
A bachelor of Prague.
4th
at the gate.
Down now, and it's Romaniuk.
Always scares me there, Kenny, when the punter takes a knee to get that ball.
Because they could easily be down. This bounces back, and there's a flag on the field, apparently.
It was almost like one of my 9-iron shots there. I've got golf tomorrow, so nice bit of backspin. But yeah, Kenny, just talking a bit quickly. There's several flags down on the field, though. There are 2 flags. Yeah, we were talking before about the RPOs, and we've seen that come into the Gridiron Queensland a lot in the last couple of years, and basically reading that first level defender, either a D lineman or a linebacker that's up on the line of scrimmage. The Rhinos and, as I said, the Seahawks in Sydney do it really, really well. They read the linebackers. So if that linebacker comes forward to blitz ineligible downfield, if that linebacker comes forward to blitz, the receiver simply replaces that linebacker and they throw it straight to him. What that means, though, for those who are sort of understand the 3-yard rule of being downfield, is it means you need to stretch the field wider to get more time to throw it deeper. Right. And so that's why you'll see a lot of the jet sweeps or plays that stretch to the outside to be able to throw past that sort of 5-yard to 10-yard level.
Yeah.
And I said, if you watch the Rhinos, they're starting to do it very, very well. Seahawks have been doing it very well with their coach Christoph there, who's with the senior outback now. So dare I say you'd see a lot of it with the World Cup next year.
There you go, great insight. Thunder back on offense after forcing a punt. Corwin, quick throw out to the left. He's got that to Tristan Back, I believe. Tries to make something happen. Liam Hunter's trying to get downfield and make some blocks.
Oh, Kenny, I've been wanting to be here for a while. So 85, Tristan Back. I hate you. I truly, truly hate you. We were ready to go. We had him as a receiver for the Sun Devils. And what does he do? He goes to Snow College. And now he comes back for the local league. I hate you with a true passion. We could have used it for the AGL. But all credit to him, though, because I have been to Snow College. We got to play Snow College back in 2007. And that town is football. It is almost like Friday nights.
Wow.
There is probably 5,000 turkeys because it's a big turkey farm and probably 300 people.
Wow.
And that's it.
A lot to look forward to. As a screen is being set up, Shelvin Takave Chand, he gets in there fast enough to blow it up. Corbin's blowing up about something. So's Darty. Darty's probably claiming he got held.
No, I'd say that he's thrown it to no one because he's inside the pocket.
So therefore,
there is no flags, though. That I can see on the field.
One would generally constitute that as an intentional grounding. Referees see otherwise.
But yeah, just quickly, Kenny, the great straight through. There is zero. There is absolutely no one in the region.
How about Jack Capewell there? The awareness of understanding the screen, breaking off his responsibilities and searching for the space where the screen would be thrown.
How about his touchdown that first game? That was amazing. But yeah, it's great to see some players back.
Also, shout out to him. Just announced that he's a father-to-be soon.
Wow.
Here we go. Speaking about Capewell, he gets on the inside, but not fast enough. Korfgut catches a slant on the inside on Clark.
I thought Robbie did really well for the Sunday. He matured a lot, understood some routes. He's a great player. He's get outside there, sets down in the zone really nicely. That's a great job there. Just finds the open space and turn around. I mean, That's what I'm loving about football these days is it's so complex, it's easy. I mean, it's still the old days of just get to a space and turn around.
Yeah.
Or just do this. If they go out, you go in. You know, it's really simple. You don't have to make it as hard as it needs to be.
Darty back in the backfield. He'll get the ball now inside zone, gets tripped up from his own blocker's feet. So register a tackle for that offensive line.
Those shoes are fluorescent green. I don't know how you can't miss them.
It's Liam Hunter here. The big 77. He drives blocks. It's a
Good
great
push.
Drive block. Unfortunately, he's left his legs behind.
No, you know what? And Sean, you should put your head up because that's showing me that your feet aren't chopping. If you're falling, your feet should be nice and high. Great cut. Oh, come on now! You got to get your legs up higher than that.
Get it, jibbity.
I know you're only 4'9", but you got to get those legs a lot higher.
And hey, look, that was a great drive block there from Liam Hunter. So he's doing his job. A good pocket there for Corwin. Corwin sits, throws, and tries to hit Moody, but it's off his right shoulder.
Very, very dangerous. Not on the same page there either. The receiver was supposed to hitch at the spot, but you could see the receiver coming in and the pass thrown behind. So that tells me that Corwin was expecting him to sit. And you can sort of saw it come off the hands there. It could have almost gone to a defender.
Indeed, it could have. Fortunately for them, safely incomplete, and we've got about a 3rd and 8.
I hope everyone's getting this crystal clear picture as we've got in the car here. It's just amazing. It's great footage.
D-line moving around for the Ravens. Corwin. It's a draw play. Gives it to Darty. Darty gets met nicely by Matt Bailey. Darty always a threat when you get him on a play like that, but the wits and wiles of Bailey.
Have a look at the replay here. So we've got the two backers in the middle. Bailey to the right. Stayed at home. Yes, Bailey was the only guy that was unblocked. Let's run at him.
And he did everything right there, didn't he? He took his pass step as it was showed, but then as soon as it suggested otherwise, he came back down and made a play.
Absolutely.
And now the Ravens defense is forced to punt. And Robbie Corkwood, who's a respected punter in his own right.
Jamal Sinapati on the far sideline there.
It's a high
He's going to get the
snap.
jam on him.
And it's maybe I gave him too much credit there. He's pricked up maybe about 11 yards on that punt.
Great catch on the sideline.
So there's AVB, Andrew Van Blommenston, a right tackle for the Ravens.
Just touching on, I think what we talked about with Jack before. There has been a lot. It's been so great to watch again these players grow, and they're becoming parents now. And it's one of the joys I had in Canberra with coaching was you start coaching in sort of 1991, 92, and then you're still coaching in 2007, and a guy comes and goes, "Oh, hi coach, you coached my dad," and now I'm coaching him.
Wow,
it's one of those amazing things.
It's a generational
great about sport.
isn't it? And this one will be kept by Bessie. Bessie, he'll climb and throw. He's looking
Picked
for
off.
someone wide, and it's intercepted down there by Corey Jones.
Battle of the turnovers. Look, Bessie did a good job. He stepped up. Pressure coming from the right, unblocked from the right-hand side. The chop block didn't happen. Stepped up.
And just
Again,
underthrown.
I'm going to say it. This is the third time, Kenny, underthrown. So we've seen Bessie throw the short passes underthrown with no power. That one there, all he had to do was lead the receiver, but he underthrew it again. So that's just throw it, Bessie, throw it.
And those Jones twins, they know how to take the ball away. Grant Hansen currently down for the Ravens, the offensive tackle. He's getting looked over there.
Yeah, can just quickly going back, but that's Snow College. I mean, it's probably one of the most, I won't say intimidating, but again, 5,000 turkeys, so many turkey farms. It's a good 3-hour trip from Salt Lake City, from BYU, and a town of, I'd say, easy of about 300 people, and that's all they do is football. And that's why they were so good for so long, because when you have nothing else to do, it's almost like being out, Uluru or Alice Springs or Broken Hill, and that's what you do. You do football. You live, breathe, eat football, and that's how they're so good.
Is there, I think there's added pressure in any college, but I mean, when town's literally only got football to look forward to, must be a lot of pressure there playing for a college like Snow College.
Oh, it is, and I remember one of the guys saying the best thing about Snow College was the road out of it, because it meant you had gone on somewhere, much like America Samoa or any of those towns where the only way out of where you live is through football. And, it might seem a bit cliche from the movies, but honestly, that's what it's like in a lot of those places over in the States. And Europe's pretty cool because Europe's great, really nice country, and they've got so many good Germany, Austria, Sweden, all the places you can play football, and
France,
then it's still a great town. But when you're in the middle of nowhere, football is your only way out.
So Hansen, he walked off unassisted, so good signs for him. So 1st and 10 now here. Tommy Coleman's back, so is Sean Darty. And we've got approximately 3 minutes remaining. We'll get an official time check soon.
They're going to try and drive. They're going to try and get long here. 5. Oh, no, we got Sean in the backfield.
Well, we have gone vertical patterns. Corwin evades the pressure. He turns the jets on, and he'll protect himself and get down.
Corwin still coming back with the run. It's great. Still one of the best things I still laugh about when Tommy runs is... I remember I had Tommy on against the game against Victoria, brought him off for Ben Stokes, ran the triple option, and we got a first down, and Corwin comes up to me, coach, and goes, "Coach, you know I can run too. You don't need to take me off just for running plays." And I said, "Thank you, noted," and left him in there a few times. So I do love the man's confidence, and he gets those short first downs.
And this, speaking about running, it's Sean Darty. Shorty Darty's man in the backfield. Now he's bounced it out a la Barry Sanders, but can't quite turn it into a 20-yard game like BS would. And he's taken down by Reeves.
Shout out to Kelhausen there, who just came up and almost had the braking assist on the car activate because he was so close.
We had a short chat to him in pre-game there and let him talk about
How's he feeling?
He's feeling good. He had a good win today. He's obviously, the Thunder collectively is doing really good, so he has no reason not to be. Funnily enough, funny story about Kel. Probably doesn't want me to tell you this. I was taking a friend out who'd come overseas the other day, went to a movie around midday. Who else do I see watching Mission Impossible 6 at lunchtime in his work attire? Kelhausen.
It's
working
downtime.
hard or
It's gotta have
hardly working?
Downtime.
Corwin. He's thrown off his back foot, and the pass isn't a good one. It's intended to Pope.
Patting the ball about 3 or 4 times there and backpedaling, so he was obviously waiting for something to happen, and it didn't. We've got a lot of changeovers here. I wouldn't be happy, Kenny, of the way they've just managed the clock down there in their own territory with the field position for the Ravens.
Yeah, especially with these two backwards.
We've got a player down now at the back there.
And they've just kind of dropped down.
Sniper.
Suspiciously. It's poor Maniac. He's a wily guy, so I wonder if there's some sort of ploy to this, or is he just hurt and then didn't want to come off the last play?
One of those ones where, as a coach, you yell, "Go down, go down." But yes, it was like a sniper in the crowd. He did go down very late.
He seems okay now.
But yeah, just I'd be a little upset for the Thunder here of the way they've just managed their clock with the incomplete passes and the tackles for loss. They're going to give, or do they back themselves against Bessie's underthrowing at the moment?
Possibly, cork it. He does a better job this time. It's caught on the second bounce by Clark. Clark, he's looking dangerous. Still
Good balance.
looking dangerous. Taken down by the collar. And the Ravens I thought might have been looking for flags. Everyone's cool with it. And Clark puts him in great field position inside the final 2 minutes of this first half.
Look, so they've punted from the 10. Great pick up on the bounce here.
He's probably around the 40 there when he gets it.
And that's going to be on around about the 30-yard line. So
it's actually inside the 30, I think, from our angle. I think it's probably closer to the 26.
I think 28 just got to get his body around a little bit more and block have his butt towards the end zone. Let's see what the Ravens, how they're going to run the clock here.
Yeah, well, they will start by running it with Roberts. Roberts pinballing his way through the interior of the Griffith Thunder defense and picks up a solid first down gain, probably about 6, maybe 7 yards on that.
Nice job on the defense here. Watch them go for that ball. All the defenders in there. You can see elbows being ripped out, trying to get that ball. Late change here from Roberts in the backfield. Trips to the left.
Let's see what happens. It'll be a quick throw, and that was being hounded on there by Wenban, I think.
That was going to be a pick 6 the other way if that had some pepper on it. Let's have a look at this. You can have a look out to the side here. 21 is going to read it and go.
You're exactly right. He's actually, Bessie should be gratefully underthrew that.
It's one of the, well done, Bessie, for underthrowing that one. Maybe they're just, if they might be setting something up, as I would. You've hit that short, then maybe hit Russell over the top for the long. Back out to
Russell. There he is on the right slot.
trips to the right.
It'll be a give this time to Clark. He's taken down after a couple of yards,
Is that
though.
close enough for a first down?
We'll see where they spot it. I see a
Ooh,
4. It is
fourth
inches
and
away.
inches.
Inches. Well, the Clark's run there.
You better be going for this, because I tell you what, if you can't back your team to get a yard, I don't know what you're doing.
They are. Bessie, he'll take it. He'll give. No, he'll keep it himself. He breaks out of the sack, throws over
He's
the
open.
top to Michael Thompson, who has scored every game he has been on live stream.
Really, he does like the camera. Very interesting. I want to have a look at the lineman. I want to have a look what's going on here in terms of being downfield. 58 comes back. Not too shabby. Yep, I'll give that.
Well, they're gonna have to start calling him prime time or showtime or something. He's
This
already
would be a
over
good
his
example.
Titans.
Let's just say the line of scrimmage with that solid white line. Yeah, I've got offensive linemen at least 5 and a bit yards downfield for that one. Not to be a party pooper.
And the Ravens will try to hush you there as they happily accept their first 6 points of the day.
I'll tell you what, though,
There we go.
that is there is a flag.
No,
It is a
and they're
touchdown.
gonna
We've seen the signal.
They're going to wave it off. So they will call it, and the Ravens will try to tie it up here with the PAT. Warwick Russell.
And Kenny, that's exactly what I was talking about with that run past option on that second level. You can see that that play took a long time to develop.
Good snap, good kick. It's through, and we have a tied ball game inside the final minute of the first half.
Who was that center? That was a magnificent snap.
Well, I'll need to find out because
That was a
it might have been-
rifle.
I think it might have been Carlos Tank Center Party.
Holy cow, he has improved out of sight. I mean, it was a beautiful spiral. It would have only been not even a yard off the deck the whole way. Well done, sir. Someone's been practicing in the off-season.
For anyone who might be wondering why there's some big stickers on the back of some of these players, you'll generally find that they will be the import players. We used to have the big green eye stickers. They ran out of that, so now we put the big green.
I thought it was for intelligence, but that's okay.
Now they have the big Gridiron Queensland stickers. They
Now,
put on
Kenny,
the
we
back.
have talked about this, and I got such a great response from basically everybody around Australia about a week later, just messaging me about the import rule and things like that. So give us another wrap down again for the Queensland import rule.
So as far as I know, as far as Tier 1 imports, so generally that's going to be talking about your American colleges, you can only have 2 on the field at the same time.
I can have as many on the sideline as I want.
You can have as many on the
Okay.
sideline as you want, but 2 on the field at the same time. I think with Tier 2, which is a lot of the sort of collegiate stuff, and like Div 3 and NIA, I think you can have, I'll have to confirm whether it's 3 or 5. Speaking of imports though, here goes Pope. Always looking smooth when he runs, this time taken down there by Warwick Russell. And, well, we've said here that the climb, I wouldn't look
Great
out.
kick.
Still about 30 seconds left.
So you're telling me, Kenny, with the imports, and is that a specifically USA thing, or could you have as many from France, or do they have to be naturalised citizens, blah, blah, blah?
It's a typical one. There is somewhere a list you can find. I haven't seen my eyes on it there about the tiers of the levels of imports there. So, but the general gist I've been given is that a lot of Europe counts as Tier 2.
Okay.
So that's like people like Paul Romanik, who came from Bristol College in the UK. And I'd imagine even the same for Gary Griffith, who came from Europe, but counted as a Tier 2 import. But then you got people like Moody and such who've come from collegiate programs, and particularly Parnell, like at the Rhinos, who came from Louisville, Tier 1 athletes.
And I hope, if anybody wants to write into the GQ or shoot me up on the message there, I mean, I'd love to see Gridiron Australia have a uniform. If they do already, fantastic. I just don't know about it, but I'd love to see a uniform rule across. Is that half time?
Okay, well, we finally got a clock check.
There we
and it
do,
looks
yes,
like
the
that's
ball's been
halftime now.
raised.
Well, we'll take halftime. If you have any more opinions on the import rules, send messages to Hollywood and myself, and we'll try to bring them back for the lead into the first half. But until then, we'll take a short break. Kenny Andres, Hollywood Row, thank you for joining us. We'll look forward to your company in the second half. We are at halftime here in the halfway point of the season, where the Thunder, well, the scoreboard says 7-6, but I'm pretty sure the score is tied at 7-all. Here at Nathan and the Griffith University, home of the Thunder, as the Thunder kick off now
Low
It's a
line drive.
Line drive.
Oh, nice kick. Nice kick.
Nigel Fawcett has to pick up the bobbled recovery, and
He's got a block up.
down the right hand side, plus a good block, hurdles his own player and gets that one forward, and Daniel Bam Bam Wenbam knocks him over.
Don't mind that, Kenny. You viewers at home, you'll see that the sun is now sort of really starting to set, so that the sun won't be a factor here going across the field. I don't mind those kicks, Kenny. It's still the same. You don't have to drill it as high as you can. You can line drive, and you saw it was a little bit of fumble, so the time that you get down there is good. Good position. It's about the 30, close to the 30. Let's see what's going on here, Kenny. So I was pretty critical of both offenses. Both defenses are going great, I think, but both offenses have got to get it going.
Turnover is the key to the first half for both sides. Quick. No, he ends up switching it back for a bit of a screen for Griff Roberts. Griff Roberts, he's trying to find the left-hand sideline, uses a stiff arm to get him there, and eventually Pelusi takes him over around the 34-yard line.
81, Warwick Russell Bones, great block. Drive your guy to the sideline. That is awesome. Unfortunately, the running back has to cut back in underneath that. Otherwise, not a bad job.
Two state teammates, Wembam and Russell, going at it, and that's a bit of a size mismatch. It shows you little man can win.
That's exactly right. It's all about the technique. When you get the hands, hit the hands inside, basically take them where they want to go. Back to the spread here, left hash.
Griff Roberts has changed over to the right-hand side. Tate, the right slot.
6 in the box for Griff.
Let's see what Bessie does. He wants to pass to the left, underthrown again.
That was almost picked off again. Is that Bam Bam? Are they picking on him?
They're trying.
Because this is going to be underthrown again and almost thrown to the Griffith receiver. Again.
If Bam Bam was shorter, he'd probably be picking off some of these passes.
I got might be Zach Rowe, number 21 there for Griff. I'm sorry, Griff. I forget Griff and Griffith. Make sure we do the correct pronunciation. Left hash again, trips to the right. You see the running back in the backfield, Griff, moving around. That's whether they like the matchups they've got.
Griffith Roberts, he's using his speed to get to the outside. That's one thing he does have. A track and field star.
I'm going to be so sorry, Kenny. I'm so angry with this. There is no way in the world, and I'm happy to be proven wrong, that this is a hold.
You reckon it's a hold in the call here?
I don't want it to be because I thought it's great.
On whom?
Hands inside. Watch out to the receiver out here. Inside, there's a point that the hands are inside the frame.
Well, we're going to slow it down here.
It'll be number 15, I think it is there. Yeah, inside the frame. Still inside. He's definitely holding is legal. Okay, I'll give you that. It was, but I tell you what, that'd be the type of holding at this type of level that I would let go.
Yeah.
Because it was only happened for just half a second. It wasn't blatant, and at the elite level, etc., that's perfectly legal.
Yeah, I've probably seen that in the NFL a time or two. Back to the 20 they go. Now, that long snapper from earlier very well could have been Andrew Van Blommington. He's starting at centre today opposed to tackle.
Okay.
Bessie with a deep drop. He's going to throw to the right corner. And it's a catch incomplete, intended to force it.
It was incomplete because the whole Griffith sideline said it was incomplete. Right on their sideline. Again, short-armed again. There is no power in Bessie's throw. It's either... I don't know. So there could be a shoulder injury, an elbow injury. He's got to have some pepper on it to throw it. I mean, kid can throw. He can definitely throw, that's for sure.
Now, in a situation now where effectively his offensive coordinator is effectively a teammate of his and Ben Stokes, this right now you kind of wish there was a real strong coaching dynamic there that could just get in his grill and say, stop underthrowing the ball.
Oh, absolutely. And it's one of those things where somebody on the sideline for the Ravens needs to be watching and going, what is going on? Why are you short-arming it?
Romaniak punts this away. It's a high one.
Short.
And it will be caught there by Wenban, I believe. No, 20. Yeah, Wenban, who didn't want a fair catch it.
Yeah, this is very interesting on that one. I didn't want a fair catch it, and there was a guy right there. So, still got to give him that yard buffer. You can't drill them as they catch it. But you can definitely drill them straight up.
Zach Rowe was supposed to be in the 21. That jersey has since been switched to Wenban.
Okay.
Who wore 34 last week. Moving Daniel Raybold to 63.
Oh, my goodness. What is this? Dyslexic bingo. Come on now. All the fours, number 16.
Legs 11.
Ravens staying with their 4 down. Look at the splits on the D line there. Very
wide.
Very wide.
Well, they're an athletic D line.
Corwin, I recognise that.
The keeper.
The Corwin keeper. Oh, has he got a little bit of a hip flex there? Did he get a helmet in the hip?
Or is that just a swag walk?
He's holding the wrong hip.
Yeah.
No, that was the hip he got helmet in. Maybe a little sting up.
Let's see how we go. Let's see how he moves on the next play.
Oh, stack formation here for the receiver out here to the left. You won't see it. It's a wide shot. Stacked receivers.
Sean Darty in the middle. They'll use that stacked position to give an inside zone run to Darty.
Out to the left, you got 2 receivers out here to the left. They're basically standing behind each other.
Look at Jason Leon break a double team.
That's
Bailey
why he's
in the
there.
middle there. Once again, Bailey in amongst the action.
Good chat. Griffith there at halftime. I think they're going to do some testing in these next couple of series. 3rd down and about 4.
Romaniuk here to match up with the slot. The zone
Oh,
defense by the Ravens.
52.
Corwin has to run. Corwin will take it down. He's got enough for the first on the 3rd down conversion, and he converts for the Thunder. 52.
If we get a replay of this, have a look at Jack Capel. I think it's 52. Comes out of nowhere. Yep, it's right off the edge. Coming around the edge. Good.
And Corwin can feel it. He gets upfield pretty quickly.
It's almost if you're running that wide. I know he may have outside container. I didn't see what the linebackers were doing. But if that's the case, then he's way too wide. He's way too deep in that backfield. He only needs to be 2 or 3 yards deep. Receive a screen.
This time to Moody. Moody's got plenty of space. Loses his footing, though, and is taken down by Reeves.
Really a little bit too fast for his own footwork.
It's a bit too perfect for him.
Pass as your lineman getting out there. Number 63 from Griffith. I think that's Daniel. Daniel's got another one of those ones. He was watching to make sure that the receiver caught it. Don't do that. Get out and just block your guy. You have a job to do. It's just subtle things like that, Kenny, you find for a lot of the teams is the difference between making the key block and then making the block, but then the defender slips off.
Let's see if they come back to that. It'll be a play-action pass with a rollout design for Corwin. Corwin sees Capewell in pursuit. Throws back over the middle. Hits a receiver and very well possibly for a first down. Reeves again on the coverage, and that's
oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Adniel almost just decapitated. Watch him come back. Duck! Oh, that's almost like a Ronnie. I'm just going to call him Ronnie Lott from now on.
Oh.
Rolls right. You've got offensive linemen downfield, left, right, and centre. 63.
And they're going to give it to him, and it is a first down. Reeves celebrates. He thought that they'd stopped him for a behind the sticks there, but the catch was made in front. It's always hard sometimes judging those comebacks about where you
absolutely
game where forward progression officially stops.
Absolutely. Forward progression and a tackle, momentum, things like that.
Anyways, first down for the Thunder.
Is he making sure he's on the line here with the tight end, or is that the tackle? He's got the tackle.
And Corbin keeps it again, calling his own number and finding
hello.
space. Look at the Missouri product go.
Get the dinker up, get the liniment ready. There we go. So they've obviously called it. Daddy follows. Yep, there's the read.
And if we saw that defensive end crash down. What's the read there for a quarterback coach?
Obviously, he wants to keep it, but then what I'm looking then is if we're still on the replay here, he still has the receiver out to the right to throw it just in case. But you had a double team out that side.
Well, back on live picture now is their first and goal.
I thought Chris Clark had a chance to clean him up, but no. That's a new quarterback,
That's
isn't it?
a new quarterback. They've brought in some of the wide receiver athletes, and the Ravens through Reeves and Jack Capewell. And Reeves
there we
is getting
go.
fiery. Reeves had a go at...
Late flag.
Oh, and he deserves that one. They're going to half distance to the goal here. So ultimately, it doesn't really hurt the Ravens too badly. And Reeves takes obsession to that little bit of a shoulder nudge given to him there by Moody. They went at it last play as well, where Reeves gave him a bit of attitude.
The referee will always see the second one.
No. It's a personal foul. Reeves got to be careful.
2 of those and we're out for the game.
So
Good drive. So change up there. We had a different quarterback in. And Tommy's coming back.
it's the second time we've seen them. They employed that a little bit earlier for a bit of a...
Look at the distance there, Kenny.
Maniac now will come out to cover Chris Pope in this slot.
2 receivers out here to the left, probably going to do absolutely nothing, but we'll see how we go.
Okay, did score on a corner route a couple games ago. From
A lot of
this position.
space.
And they will go for the sneak, and they should have been aware of that, and they probably were, but couldn't stop it. Anytime Tommy goes under centre, it's either to take a knee or to sneak it.
You just need a yard. There's the tap. Good job there. Just pinch in. You see both guards on either side.
Look at Liam Hunter there. He knows he's gone.
He's on the ground.
That's a touchdown for the big man as much as it is for the quarterback.
Really nice job there. People at home would have got to see Tommy give him the tap on the butt there. Basically says, I'm coming this way.
Good job by the interior there. Cameron Trejo also stealing off the other side. Now, Silva. Going to try to kick this into those girls up on the rocks out there. Thought it went wide left, and it did. He has gone wide left, and he's still in disbelief.
Gee, Garrett Griffith, the holder there, what a great job. If we get the replay on that, maybe. But have a look at the snap. Have a look at the snap, and he's going to watch the spin of the ball here. So, hold. That's a great technique as a holder. Nice high snap, spun the ball. That is an awesome hold. That is very, very nice. Basically, that knee, the front knee's down, the elbow is against the knee. So the kicker, you're going to see the elbow against the knee there for the holder. He'll lift it when there it comes up. The kicker knows to come in when that hand goes up to get it. Does a great job of spinning the ball. Really, really nice job.
Well, Corey Jones came up to me before the game and gave me daps for shouting out to the long snappers last week. Now this time we're giving the holders love.
It's a holder. I love we fence. You got offense, defense, and we fence, baby. So they got to add those extra points, but you got to make sure that the kick's good too. But hold. It's one of those positions on the field that nobody really coaches. You just get out there and hold it. But, I mean, that's a great job. If you want to watch that film again, people, that's how you hold.
Silva.
Oh, here we go. Dribble. You can see that.
Ground. Clark will get it, and he'll take it down. And for those who might be, I know it's Hoogadak, my apologies. Those who might be confused about why the whistles blow there, in our league there, as soon as any part of your body other than the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, while in possession of the football, touch the ground, it's constituted as a tackle.
Good little thing there from Griffith. That's a good coaching. Is you'll see, even though they know that rule, they still go up and just touch him, make sure he's down. You always want just in case. The muscle memory. Was this quads?
Yeah, forced set now moving out, so that's 4 receivers.
They better be on the line. You've got too many in the backfield.
Yeah, they're going to get a
Oh, there we go.
call.
Now that far left receiver's moved up.
On the line, there we go. All good. Griff Roberts, it's a handoff to him, but he meets nothing but black, red, and white. And making the early penetration is Jack Wilson.
Lockie Tate there having a bit of a hands on the hip moment, saying what went on there. Interesting position there, Kenny. They went 4 wide to the left, and then ran that way. Obviously wanted to see something. I saw Warwick Russell. He was covered by the outside receiver, but took a step back to catch a screen pass, which is going to be trouble. Back to the normal twins or spread.
Bessie looking down over the middle.
Got him.
He's got Russell, and he's taken down there eventually by Tristan Back, who's actually playing defensive back in this game today. But Warwick Russell makes a big play downfield.
Finally, Bessie put some heat on it. That was a really nice throw between the dropping corner and the safety. Russell straight down the seam. Doesn't get any better than that. That's a great ball. Well done, Bessie. Finally, he's on the money. Shows he can do it.
Ball down around the 25. So just in the fringes of the red zone now, the Ravens.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be a seesawing battle now, Kenny.
Here we go.
Drive the field. Just got to hold on the ball, Ravens.
Exactly right. They struggled through, turned the ball over a couple of times in the first half. Bad snap to Bessie from one of them and intercept another.
Let's see if the Ravens are still trying to get the running game going. Got a referee on the sideline just having a chat with the white cap. Just making sure something's going on here on the sideline. On the Griffith Uni sideline.
Now we've
got to play it. I think we've got to play it down. We've got a Ravens player down, number 80.
Nigel Fawcett down near sideline.
Yeah, just on the Griffith sideline.
Well, speaking about injuries, the one thing to consider in this team right now is that the Thunder team more or less is at full strength. The Ravens, obviously, are actually significantly, and there's a bit of...
He's in a lot of pain there.
The Ravens have a lot of key inactives there. Obviously, some of the biggest names, Darius Holiday-Miller, out for another couple of weeks, we think. Ben Stokes still looking to make his return on his debut in 2018. Peter Brewer still a couple of weeks out from the injury he got. And a couple more on top of that. So there may not be a lot, but there's some key injuries to this Ravens side.
Absolutely. And it'll be interesting to see how that comes into play.
Oli, as well, is another person missing from today.
Back out to 4 wide spread again.
Griffin backfield.
Linebacker not blitzing there.
It's a bad pass into double coverage.
Oh, he catch
almost came away with it. Wenban tries to claim he intercepted it. Flags have been thrown.
Have a look at the wrist action on the referee throwing this thing. He's just lobbed it in like a fly fisherman in New Zealand. See if you see the referee coming. Oh, he's almost caught that. Gee, has Griffith, have we got a different angle? Hang on, let's have a quick. He's going to slow it down. Let's have a slow down. So we're watching. So everything's going. No, ball's shot. Here you go. Look at this reaction by the umpire. Look at that. Look at that.
Wrist.
Look at that. And the way the elbow. Look at it. Now, Mitch Bessie, see how the elbow is above the shoulder? That's a great throw by the referee right there. That's a touch pass.
Oh, wow. Getting mechanics lessons from the referees. Now we've seen everything in GQ.
Sorry, people at home. I just love
referee bay. You got the Salt Bay.
It's Salt Bay, ref bay.
Get that trending on Twitter.
Second and about 8 and 9.
Did they catch him offside? The referee's going to let him play. Bessie throws right sideline. Incomplete.
Have a look at... is that Lockie Tate again in the back? I just want to see what the route he's running on the backside. He's the backside number 2 receiver. Flag on the play again.
Well, it's getting a little bit ugly here on this point.
Yeah, flag down on the far sideline. Got a couple of players down on the Ravens sideline, as you can see in the backfield. Just getting a couple of stretches there, maybe for cramps.
Nigel Fawcett's walking past our commentary booth now, looking like he's in extreme discomfort.
He's hobbling, but he is walking at least. I'd be interested to see if anybody comes back with some feedback for Bessie, saying if you roll right, they forget about me on the backside post. Just from something I just quickly saw then.
Let's see if they've put that in the notebook. Bessie, speed option, Griff Roberts now. Roberts trying to use his speed and gets past the first down marker.
Simple. Nice job. Coming up. Who's that? Was that 58? Who's that? Is that a left tackle, left guard, or tight end? 58?
It might be.
Chops him.
Yeah, I think that might be Shane Prosser, the import from Bristol College.
Just does enough. That's all you need people to do. Oh, we're third and a Salt Bay. I don't know. Third and an inch, third and a yard. The angle's a little bit deceiving here. What do we got here? We got 4. There's 7 in the box for, and we got 3 in the backfield for the Ravens.
And
yes, didn't like it.
Calls a timeout.
I wouldn't have been too surprised. I mean, I would have liked to have something up the sleeve there of all those linebackers were inside the defensive tackle. So if you wanted to go for a pitch out to the outside, it was on.
Especially imagine, where you have a pulling guard or something there, and you really just turn the numbers in your favour.
I know it's the longest way to get 1 yard, but you might be in for a chance for a little more. Lights have come on. We've got the Qantas 787 going to Timbuktu in the distance there. Very nice. I could be mistaken.
Mr. Qantas, you'll have an invoice in the mail for that plug.
Could be Virgin, I'm not sure.
Well, in that case, Virgin, you'll get one too.
Back to third down. Here we go again.
And they'll just try to force this to Roberts. Roberts is in the backfield. They'll keep pushing. He will get stopped short, I think, from our angle.
AVB, do not stand there and put your arm forward to signal a first down. Get in there and get play. Are we going to? So it was a spin move there, counter, X button, circle, triangle, get the yard. I think he's short.
Well, we have yet to see, in my time in 2018, yet to see an official measure.
So we're all inside.
Well, you can see the first down is
5. There's 7 in the box.
On the 1. Does he make it past the 1?
No. I'm going to say no.
Well, I say the 1. I mean the 14-yard line. And they agree with me. They're going to say 4th and half a yard.
You've got Mitch Bessie, who's 6'19", and a centre. Just get it out. Just do a Tommy Corwin and go straight up the middle. But that yard is that yard. Here we
Well,
go.
he's
Three
under
in the
centre.
backfield.
The 3 heavy set in the backfield. And we
Another
see-
timeout.
Another timeout. This time it's called by Stokes. First it was by Bessie, now it's by Stokes. So they want to run something out of that, but they're not getting the look they want. Fortunately for them, they don't get to dictate what the defense comes out in.
But I mean, that's one of those things there. If they lined up in that position at first down, you take note of what the defense is doing. You're coming back to it on, I think, it might have been third down before the penalty or whatever it was, the timeout. And then they're going forward on fourth down. Not too many teams in this league change. So you'd be saying it's exactly the same thing. You saw what you saw last time.
Well,
At what point do you just back? You've got to back yourself.
just run it. Well, he's under centre now. Big, tall Mitchell
No,
Bessie.
no,
Sorry,
no,
they've changed it. Looking on the wrong play. Bessie out to the wide and he'll back himself, and that's exactly what they do. And the fleet-footed Mitch Bessie converts for just enough.
I think that's a good call there because you can see they run to the short side. So we've got numbers. There's one-on-one blocking. Seal that end. Did just enough. Great block by 27.
Well, that's a lesson there for the Lollipop crew.
Down chain.
If your play's coming your way, drop it and run.
That's too busy. We're going, look at that guy run the ball. He's right at me. Oh, my goodness me.
And it's not even just for your protection. It's for the gear's protection. We've only got so many Lollipops in GQ. We've got to preserve them.
I will say, though, I have been subject to that being run at. I was operating the drone in USA for the under-19 team, so I'm looking down at a phone, and all of a sudden somebody just ran straight into me. I paid attention after that.
I bet you did. 1st and 10, trips right. Bessie looking short for Russell. Russell's got a couple of blockers, but the inside pursuit by Griffiths is too fast.
Nice job there by the linebacker trying to fight you. I think he's got flat responsibility. If you have a look here out to the right. Nice cut block there. Number 8 just spinning around. I think he's got the outside responsibility. He's got to do a bit better job than that.
Yeah, strong safety, Christian Arnold. They'll pick up a couple of yards on that, though. Pick up about 4 yards.
That's all you want. This is running the clock down very nicely too. 2nd and about 6. Don't have to go to the end zone just yet. You can still get those first downs.
2nd down. Bessie, quarterback. Quick throw. No, it's a draw to Roberts. Roberts.
Stick draw.
It goes straight into the tackle. The defensive tackles win that fight.
Look here, this is the famous stick draw. I love this play if it's done right. Great job by the linebacker number 4 staying home. Number 2.
A big one-tech nose guard there as well.
A couple of subs being made by Griffiths. So the 3rd down and about 7.
3rd and 7.
Is that trips to the left?
Indeed it is.
Oh, low
Bad
snap.
Bessie picks it up. He's in pursuit, and he'll roll long.
Flags,
That's how they
flags,
scored the
left, right,
first
centre.
time. And
This
there are
could
flags on the
be
play.
roughing the passer. I don't know. It could be.
We lost vision of it. Let's see
Have
if
a
we
look.
can get it here.
Bessie's got to know that if 58's job is pass protect around the outside, I mean, that's what
Shane Prosser there.
Shane Prosser, thank you. Yeah. He's going to let him go around the back or around the outside, and Bessie cannot roll to that side.
Because he pretty much is rolling straight into the rush, right?
Exactly right. You're saying, please come around the outside because I want you to. I know my quarterback won't go around.
And now they're discussing the...
I don't know. What do you think? Is your beard better than mine? I don't know. I like your beard. I've shaved it off at the bottom of the moustache. I'm scratching it here.
I wish I could grow a beard.
I use this razor.
Just like this. Underneath.
I don't have a beard. How do you grow that?
I grabbed it from that guy.
I don't know. I found it. I do not like referees doing that. I mean, we're joking now. I do not like any referee doing that with their hands. It's like, I don't know. I think it's a body language thing.
You want them to
we
believe
go.
in their decision, right? Holding on the Ravens. But then roughing the quarterback on the Thunder, so the penalty is offset. So, zero-sum game? Well, technically, it would be there should be 5 yards amongst all that.
Back to 3rd. Just a little, I know the quality of the picture here, Kenny, for those at home and around the world is great. It is actually a little darker than what you're seeing here on the screen because they've upped the brightness a little just for the viewing pleasure, but it is actually a little dark. I mean, the lights are on. It's still seeable, but it's nowhere near as bright as what you're seeing on screen. It does get dark around here, so there you can see. So, I mean, the MCG has taken notes on how to light a field.
Well, here we come again, 3rd and 8.
A lot of space for Bones out here in the right-hand side.
We've got a fullback. And a play action pass, heavy fake there for Bessie. Bessie on the rollout, looking right, and trying to find Russell on the sideline route, but way too far overthrown.
Gee, I called that. I should be a coach. So the fake to the left, and you can see it was probably maybe a first down and break out. Oh, there's our Kookaburras. There's our mate.
Kookaburras.
Australia. He's going to be joined on the other goal post by one. So now this is Australia.
There's 2 now. There's 2. This
is Australia, and Elijah Sinapati. Welcome home. You've got 2 Kookaburras sitting on the goalposts. Look at that. That was something about a glass sitting on the old gum tree or something. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh. How gay your life could be. But anyway, so we've moved on. I don't know that. We're going for a field goal here.
A field goal now. Warwick Russell in to try and add 3 points. Snap's good. So is the hold. Is the kick good enough? Yes, sirree. That's 3 points on.
Late flag.
And I wonder if it's running into the kicker that'll constitute. Well, if it's roughing the kicker, we'll see a first. We'll see a first down.
Have a look.
Well, we can't see anything on that, but as of right now, it is the case. The Ravens are running off the field, so it looks like whatever the penalty was, it was declined.
Oh, a little bit of late. Oh, there we go. A bit of pushing.
Go. You see right at the end there.
Pushing there. Well, if you're they're having a chat about it. So is it going to be assessed on the kickoff?
It would have to be because I'm assuming that was after the ball had crossed through the uprights or was on the downward trajectory.
I think what you see there, and one of the reasons I agree with that flag is that it's somebody else that stepped in and pushed. If it had been against those 2 players initially, that's a bit of tit for tat type thing. We'd say that, but because you had then a third party come in and do that, got to shut that down straight away.
Sammy thought he would be proud.
So still a close game. So we are correct, Kenny. It is 13-10.
13-10 is the score. And
look, we had Corwin change up, the offense change up for Griffith. They drove the field with Corwin, mainly on the. Here's something that's very rare. Mainly on the legs of Corwin, and then taking it over to the end, and drove the field. Did some good time management, and then now the Ravens have come back with the 3 points. So they're showing that the field goal is good.
Just to confirm our suspicions, so it was a defensive holding initially. And they haven't mentioned anything, but after the play, so really that was all about the defensive holding that apparently happened, which doesn't often happen on a team that's trying to block a kick.
No, that's exactly right. Well, unless it's I'm going to grab you to move you out of the way to let a linebacker come through. This will be one of those ones where I don't think teams practice it enough. You get the kick off almost from the halfway. A lot of teams just go, I'm going to boot it back out the end zone or whatever. This is where you should be practicing to see if you can kick it as high as physically possible.
Why I'm surprised it's actually no disrespect to John Kudnak, but they're bringing in their kickoff starter rather than punter Paul Romaniuk, who specialises in the high punt in the coffin corners. We saw the Rhinos handle it. They or is it the Thunder actually kicking it against the Rhinos? Mm-hmm. They kicked it nice and high, forced the Rhinos to fair catch it inside their own 10. So let's see if Ravens, if they've got the awareness to do something similar.
Yeah, I think it is a wasted kick if you just put this out the back of the end zone. Well, he's got the chip.
They tried, but it's got too much pepper in it. Yeah. Now, obviously, we don't know if Paul Moroney can do his sort of high lofted kicks like he does with a punt, but...
Yeah, as I said, just for me as a coach, it's a bit of a wasted kick. I mean, you can get it as high as you can. You've got an extra 15-yard run-up. You can kick it nice and high.
Well, we saw 30 yards given up in lead-up to a kickoff last time, so with the Thunder pretty much kicking well and truly in the other side of the field of the Rhinos, and I'm surprised they didn't go for an onside kick.
Yeah, or just dribble it. Just as far as you can, just dribble it. Mully grubber, as they say. So this will be interesting, Kenny. I am truly interested with this to see how Tommy leads this drive with about a minute and a bit to go in the third. They're up by 3.
It's 13-10. Corwin now. He's under pressure. He didn't see it coming, but he gets the ball out, and it's a bit too high, and that's incomplete.
I was about to say it's a late flag, but no,
down.
it's a young man playing with the yellow football down the end zone.
That pass was intended to Chris Pope, but even Pope with his hops couldn't quite corral that.
Interesting play design. I'm not sure if they had the tight end stay in and block on the left side, and looking to pass. Obviously, it's like a 15-yard out route. You don't need to be running the out routes right now. It's not a high risk throw. It's a low percentage throw. I'd be trying to keep it inbounds a bit more, say between the numbers, and just keeping it short and let that clock run if you want to pass it.
2 in the backfield now.
There's a close slot on the right side there too, Kenny.
Oh, usually that means something like a corner. And they'll actually go over the middle there, and it's a heavy hit there to Corker. That's 2 weeks in a row. He's copped one over the into the chops. He's not happy with himself.
No, and look, he can make this catch. He can definitely make this catch. He'd be angry as it's a great seam route. Really nice job of looking after he clears that first level, and he'd be very upset that he didn't keep that. Wasn't about the big hit. Look, he's open right there. He's just got to secure that ball a lot quicker. Great route, great look, great pass. He's just got to secure that ball. And a nice hit too.
It was a good one, just lodging that ball. 13-10.
Third down already, Kenny.
They're chewing through those downs. It's 3rd and 10. A deep drop from Tommy. Tommy slings it over the middle. Finds Pope. And Pope seems to be pretty clutch right now. Anytime Tommy's in trouble, he's looking for the Pope.
Good job there with TC's legs, buying a little time for the crosser route to come across. They were looking at it. It was 3rd and 10. It was a long way, and they've got the first down. Not a bad job of contained by Ravens. They just didn't account for his legs there. Corwin doing it all with his feet this afternoon.
And Corwin. Corkett, who just caught that pass. He's on the left side. They'll throw to him again, and he drops a second one in a row.
Oh, offensive lineman down in the backfield there, our fluoro green boots.
Liam Hunter.
I don't think he dropped it. I think he didn't see it.
Well, it is interesting. I would love to see the perspective of the players out there. We did mention that it is a bit dark amongst there, and sometimes seeing a brown football in these sort of conditions is tough.
Bring back the fluoro. We used to have one. I think it was about 1992. Sydney University Lions had one with the fluoro green stripe. It was quite interesting in the middle of the day. But anyway, it's nice.
What helped, or is
it just looked funny?
Replace the white stripes with the fluoro green ones.
Second down, about 11.
Corwin over the middle. This time Corkett does get it and protects himself. Takes the tackle there from Hoogadike and picks up a first down.
Kenny, I had to say I told you so, but the last 3 passes, what did I say about that? It was a low percentage to the outsides, and they should be hitting between the numbers. What have they done for the last 3 passes? Straight up the guts. Got their hands up for the fourth quarter.
Jeez, this second half is really going. So change of sides.
Sorry, yes, TC's running in that third quarter, just bled that clock. And again, with the Ravens, they drove again, but they just could not finish in the end zone.
Well, they got the 3 points, unfortunately, because of the missed PAT for them. Should they be able to cause a turnover here, they can sort of do the same. But the Thunder, you'd like to think with a solid drive and a 6-pointer here, they could really put this game away.
And as just look at the home people looking at the screen as well, you'll see those 3 dots under Thunder. They've got all 3 timeouts left. Ravens have spent 2 in that third quarter from things on fourth down they didn't like.
Drive.
4 wide.
Rudy, right slot. Dottie in the backfield.
Ravens only sending 4. That's why there's a lot of space for Tommy.
Tommy is still looking for space, has to throw this away. And he does. No receivers in the vicinity of, but he was outside the pocket.
Only rushing 4. They're dropping the rest. Interesting receiver locked up on the DB there, blocking downfield on a pass. So they're expecting, the Ravens expecting the front 4 to get this done. I almost thought Tommy was going to sort of head to the 5-hole, the 3-hole, the 5-hole on that run there.
What is it on? Look at the change of front here now. You've got Wide, we've got 2 tackles either side of the center in the A-gaps.
Nice little cross there.
And, well, they take away all the interior linemen, and Bailey comes along and finishes off Dottie.
Watch the right guard here. He's gone for a cross, I think. A trap. There he goes. Doesn't get the right guy. And that's why.
Well, it's the D-line. They do their job. They keep their linebackers clean, and Bailey makes a tackle.
It's one of those things where, see the guy that made the tackle? That was your guy to block.
Okay, well, also involved in the action.
Oh,
And
so that's
just
what we're
a
showing
minute.
at home.
That's how it really does look on screen there, and that's how we're presenting it for you. So, little sympathy for the players out there. 3rd down and just a tick over 10. Corwin over the middle. He's got Moody. Moody puts a swift move on and eventually goes down to the ground. How about that quick little move to get him the extra 5 yards?
That's great, but Reeves just did something that I absolutely hate. And you make tackles with your arms, not the shoulder. And so I'm going to go to the NFL and dive at the legs. That just get off the field. That's just me being angry. So you're going to wrap him up, and you can stop him there. Oh, he's down there. Is that the move?
That is the man who made the catch, Moody.
That was the step.
Got sniped as he did it. Well, we'll take this short break and play as Moody makes his way to the sideline. We'll take another quick thank you to our sponsors. And it is Impact Sports for all your shot equipment needs. Give Impact Sports a shout at sales@impactsportsaus.com, and that is their primary and, quite frankly, only way to contact them. So shoot an email through sales@impactsportsaus.com.
I think Impact Sports, and along with everyone that makes this possible, just get yourself a cup of tea, have a beer, whatever you do, have a glass of lemonade. Thank you so much for a great season at GQ and being able to bring you great games and great vision.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and so makes me proud to be part of this organisation. As you can see, the camera's really struggling with the low light here at Nathan.
Kenny, we're in the car. Should we put the lights on?
Just maybe tell the rest of the car parks to come through, park them on the sidelines, we'll go old school.
Well, the Canberra Sabertooths played the Wollongong Mustangs, I think it was, in 1992 at Yass. And there was no lights in the field, and that's exactly what happened. So everybody that drove to the game put their lights on. We drove around the field, put their lights on. It was a great game. Nobody got hurt. There were some flat batteries, but it was a great game.
Everyone had to walk home, but...
I mean, yeah, those VK Commodores, those lights didn't last very long.
13-10.
7 in the box now for the Ravens.
Corwin looking to the right and
he's got
trying
it.
to hit him.
He's
got
got
someone.
it.
What a move there by Back, who's finally seeing some offensive action.
Have a look here. We've got coming down the bottom of the screen here on just a hitch.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
good move.
Dan O'Day doing his best.
The yin-yang move, in and out.
Corwin getting his troops around. He knows how key this drive could be.
It's one of those things as a corner, you sort of, you have one responsibility, don't let him get outside. There are 10 other players coming across the field. So you don't want to get caught inside again.
Clark now responsibility of
Oh,
Back.
blitz up the middle.
They almost get there. Capel almost gets there. He has to let it fly, and it's almost a miraculous catch there by Corkett, but far too high for him too.
Beautiful time there from Blitz. But almost ran straight past. He was so quick, he ran straight past the quarterback.
And by my count, they're yet to take Ravens, for all their pass rush, are yet to take Corwin down.
Yeah, have a good point, Dickie. And I'm going to say too, also, this is the dark corner. I mean, basically, it's the dark web. They're down in the corner.
They're on the dark side.
These 3 lights and 2 cars, they're hidden behind trees over here. So that where Tommy was trying to go with that ball just then, that is the darkest part of the field. So blitzing again.
Corwin under pressure, still gets it away, and still almost gets it to Back. He can't quite bring it out.
Oh, here we go.
Dan
Some smack
O'Day.
talk.
The Ravens DBs have had no drummers trying to get lippy with these offensive skill position players of the Thunder.
You can say, if you one of the great things is just watch body language, and you could see there the pass was incomplete. Back was getting up, and you just watch the cornerback just swagger over and say, "I'm going to have a couple of words to you."
It is part of the game.
It's one of those things where you wish you had the scoreboard, because if you're on offense, you just get over there and point the scoreboard.
Ryan Glasson did it last week on the Rhinos to Mike Jones. O'Day back on back.
Ravens only going to send 4 this time.
And they still generate a bit of pressure there, and it's intercepted.
Wow.
Clark has got the tip ball, and he's got a bunch of blockers, including Reeves in front of him. Leaves, lands a block. Now he's lost the ball. The ball's still going. It's Jerron Hoogendijk. Hoogendijk, he's been taken down all the way down inside the 20, around the 25.
There is a late flag. There's a flag way back on the goal line.
And bodies are also down everywhere, and they're also all purple.
Okay, I want to see 19 replays of this from the camera pylon. Let's have a look here. So there is a flag back at the goal line. So, yeah, we got their tip there. There's the intercept, so that's back.
For now.
That's going to be the block right there. What happens here? So we... Oh, wow. That's a... Dom Radman, I hope you're watching from up Canberra. That's almost what you did in the Astros in 1996. But Dom returned it for a touchdown, I'm just saying.
Well, technically speaking, it wasn't... We're just getting an update from the Rhinos Raptors game. It's 67-0 in the third quarter.
So 67-0 third quarter.
To the Rhinos. Now Clark's coming off.
I'm sensing a comeback.
Oh, I never want to ride a team out. And Clark's coming off there, and you're right. We don't have to speculate too much because the block in the back earlier should take things around. But so technically, the same rules apply where you can only sort of what we call lateral the ball backwards in that situation, but if they deem that it wasn't intentionally thrown forward, then the recovery is on, and Hoogendijk can return that. But Hoogendijk is certainly paying the price for it now. He's
there
down and in pain.
Oh, yes, against the defense. So it's almost like the fumble risky from Madden, where they deliberately rolled the holy roller.
No, don't talk to me about that. I'm a Chargers supporter.
All right, so we just have a quick squeeze. So,
shall we take a look at it one more time?
Yeah, let's have a. We'll just make sure it is in against the D. But it obviously was after the interception. Is that what we're looking at here? So you can see number 9 dropping. Comes across. No, it was there we go.
92, my
number
apologies.
92. Look at this. Watch this pop. Bang, up it goes.
And that's by Tommy Corwin making a play. Look at
Tommy Corwin. Tommy Corwin, sensational.
He's probably proud of himself. He's landed a huge hit only for it to land in the hand of the other Ravens. Well, that's a meme right there. When you force a fumble.
Oh, Tommy Corwin, well done. Gone for the hit. Pop the ball up. So it should be first down and 10 Ravens. Yes, they're
half distance
moving. There we go.
So they'll be going through the shadow of their own goalposts.
Plenty of this is. I'd love this right now. There's like 9 minutes 48. Drive the length of the field, score, win the game. No time on the clock. Done.
Well, I think the Ravens haven't been full of big plays, especially, at least offensively this game. So if they're going to do it, you'd think it will be piece by piece.
Good angles out here on the left or the bottom of your screen here with numbers. Oh, this could be dangerous if the Jets sweep in the end zone.
No, it'll be a deep draw for Bessie. Bessie wants to go long on first down. Had a man in Russell. Can't complete. Russell.
I sort of can see why they want to do it if they're going to stack the box and everybody dropping there. They're sort of expecting pass. Nobody really went for the blitz. So they weren't thinking run on first down. They're thinking more pass. So well done, Thunder. As you can see, it's very dark down there.
Yeah, even for our cameras.
This would be a good way to just like do a trick play with the ball and have a couple of handoffs. You can see pressure now coming from the Thunder.
And
that's going to be a
safety.
safety.
Keep it. He's got the ball out, and he'll get that away. There was a receiver in the vicinity, so no worries about intentional grounding there. Here's another thing they've got to worry about. The Ravens' offensive line. You can't give up a hold right now.
That's exactly right.
For those who don't know, if the Ravens give up a hold right now whilst the ball is inside their own end zone, that will constitute a safety, which will mean there'll be 2 points to the Thunder, and the Ravens will have to punt the ball back to the Thunder. You were trying to get their sideline and their supporters they have on their sideline fired up now. This is 3rd and 10.
You can probably hear the Thunder in the background doing the defensive chant.
The Ravens need
You can see down the bottom of the screen here the receiver's not knowing what he's doing.
Edwards is an experienced receiver.
Empty backfield.
Deep drop over the middle, and it's
Picked
intercepted by Nana Togafau. Togafau will waltz this into the end zone and score possibly a shutout touchdown there that should... well, I won't write him out because there's still plenty of time on the clock, but it'll make it really difficult for the Bayside Ravens.
Let's have a look at this drop here. He's going to go right into...
Well, they ran what I can see as 4 verticals, Coach, and Togafau just went underneath the 2-man.
I just don't know why he threw that. I don't know. Look, I hate to be negative, but I think that the whole drive there, their play calling was terrible. It's 3 passes, picked in the middle. Magnificent job by the Thunder laying the receiver. Even though I am a receivers coach, that's what you want to do as your team, is you lay them out when they go. They could have just chipped away and got better field position rather than trying to force pass.
Griffith, good hold and good kick. And the score is now 20-10 to the home side.
Tommy Corwin giving a big fist pumps on the sideline down here. Great drive by him.
He is a noted playmaker. The man can fly to the football, whether that's through the air or on the ground.
So, yes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so negative. I would have liked to have seen better play calling on that last one. I didn't think this was bad, but basically you got this. There must be something going on. We're not sure whether they feel that they can't run, either with Griff or the offensive line's not doing something.
And here's just a bit of contrast. This is what the middle of the field looks like.
Oh, look at that.
A lot easier to call, but...
Let's see what the special teams do here. Giving a shout out to everybody up in Mackay and Townsville. They're giving me a couple of messages there. Up Cairns, Mackay and Townsville way.
North Queensland folks.
FNQ. So let's see if we can get some sort of return on for the Ravens here.
They could need it. And like we haven't seen before,
that's a scribbler.
They're going to try and prevent that from happening. And
oh, my goodness me.
It will be downed where they get it. And I think that was number 18. As we see a Thunder player down, he got hit in the backfield.
Watch 52 right here in the middle of the screen. He's going to come back and collect someone if we see it. No, just off screen.
Bit of awareness there from Phil,
here
William
we go.
Reeves.
You'll see it now. Watch 52. I think he's going to lay somebody out here.
Oh, and that's illegal.
I am so angry.
And
that is totally illegal.
And that is
a cheap shot.
Should know better.
That is a cheap shot. That is illegal. Oh, I'm furious.
For those who don't understand, there is a cut block is a block below the waist, and you're not allowed to do it on special teams. He got away with one there. Mitch Bessie climbs the pocket. He's still going to pump. He's still going. He'll try to find some yardage, and he'll eventually take it down. Coach, I can still see you're still coming down from that point.
And I should explain myself why. Is I've seen 2 young men's careers, I think in 2009 and 2012, who were cut block on special teams, and they basically didn't play football ever again from when they were young men, because the cut block was that cheap shot that was their careers over.
And the reason they don't do it on special teams, when you do it in general play, generally you have a chance to see it coming.
Exactly.
With the way special teams, with so many bodies flying around, you can come from any angle, and I too have seen many careers ended.
A little disappointed the refs didn't see it too, but I mean, got eyes everywhere.
All right, Bessie under pressure. He's going to have to leg it, and leg it he does, but he's taken down. Good pursuit there by Jack Wilson.
A lot of hustle from Wilson. I think he did his 10,000 steps on his pedometer there. Good chase, good hustle. Brings him down with the one arm. Nice job.
We'll see if we can get an official time check soon. See how close. All right, so we are on accurate timing. So it is 8 minutes. That's still doable, right?
Live streaming Brisbane. They're accurate. Come on, Kenny. Still in a little bit of the dark end of the field. You can see not coming into the light end just yet. Trips to the right.
And 11, and it's caught over the middle by Tate. Tate still rolling.
He better hold on to that ball.
He'll take it close to the 20, maybe just shy, but there's that vertical pattern.
Carlos tanks in a party, take a bow. First man down there, great job. So the receiver's still running over the middle, and all of a sudden here comes an offensive lineman down to help him out. Great, look at this, 77, great hustle, get down there, get it into play, good job.
That's what you love.
Offensive lineman downfield, great stuff.
And while we're on accurate time, I just want to give a shout out to our timekeeper today, Komi Emmanuel and Zaglo Galou, one of the Colts Thunder
Empty
players.
backfield.
And that is
Time.
one name. Bessie's under pressure. Now he has to go. He'll cut up field, and well, it seems like that's what he's had to do. It's probably not what he's wanted to do, but it has been the most productive thing he's been doing on this
I've been
drive.
harsh on Bessie, but have a look at this. This is such great awareness that he knows he's coming around the backside. He stays. He knows he's coming. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Now I'm going. Great awareness while his eyes are downfield. Great job, Bessie. I've been harsh on you today, but that was excellent.
And it's a bit of just a feel, isn't it, for quarterbacks?
It is.
You just
You
got
can
to
see the
feel
hustle.
when you got to go. And you picked up about 8. It's just shy of first down. I
Water
think.
break coming out. So this is the drive I would have liked to have seen last series, where Bessie unfortunately threw the pick and gave him the lead. This has been a good drive. But let's also say it was what coverage, other than that one catch, what coverage has been by Griffiths, because Bessie's been running.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing downfield for him to throw to.
So the coverage has been too good. And Wenban,
check.
it looks like he is okay coming back from the special teams incident.
Ravens getting a good talking to. All the coaches in on the sideline there.
Also Graham Reynolds, and I think it was a Thunder timeout.
Haven't seen much of Griff Roberts in this second half at least. Seen a couple of fakes to him, etc., but haven't seen him really set up the pass. I'd say the play calling hasn't let him. We are in the brighter end of the field now. You may hear us go on about it, but it is that big a difference.
And it's right in front of us. Bessie looking to his right, throwing over the middle. He's got him, man. It's Russell. What a clutch catch for a touchdown.
Threaded the needle in the zone perfectly. I was watching the far side corner. You watch him drop. Watch the slot over here. They're going to stay in their zones, out and in. It's a pass off. Watching that defender there, watching too much in the out route. Just double checking. So it's basically a cross route. Speed out, slant under.
And that's
safety. Oh, okay.
Christian Arnold. And the Ravens now.
I'm not sure, Paulie, after this kick, if we can get another shot of the touchdown after the kick.
20 points to 16 now. PAT to come, where Russell's looking to try to convert his own touchdown. It's a good snap. It's a good hold. It's a good kick. It's a point. 20 to 17 with plenty of time remaining. Let's take a look at that touchdown again.
Just have a look at how deep the safety is back here. He's almost at the
Garrett
back.
Griffith.
Is he dropped? Yeah, no help. So he's actually playing, if it was single high safety there, yeah, he's playing in the middle of the formation, and he's not going to be quick enough to get across to the right. Sees Bessie. Yeah, bad angle there by the safety. Should have come downfield a bit more. But a good concept pass there. Bessie waiting for him to get open, thread the needle between the backer and the outside backer.
Well, more or less, the Ravens have negated that pick six they threw earlier. We've got a 3-point ball game again.
Oh, yes, but imagine if they hadn't thrown the pick six, Kenny.
Imagine.
If I wasn't in this chair, Alice. But you are in the chair, Alice. But you are in the chair. For all those young people at home, watch an old school horror movie.
We just got to try and sneak as many movie references as we
That's
can
exactly right.
and see if anyone picks up on it.
We'll
Turn it into a game.
It's a bold move, Cotton. It's going to pay
Bold
out.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Let's see the effort now and intensity on the Ravens. Do they think they can trap him down there?
Russell with a line drive.
Line drive.
He's going to kick it there to Pope. Pope, careful, patient, under pursuit. Oh, special teams. Well done to number 18 from the Ravens, Michael Ellis.
Michael Ellis, good job. Here he is, hustled down the sideline. He's in frame. Around number. Oh,
Corey Jones, let him go.
oh, turnstile. You pay your fees to play this game. You might as well do something.
Well, Corey generally believed he was too wide there. He looked for this next man in. Next one, that man's making a play.
Yeah, your guy just made the play. Mental note. Also, too, just maybe next kickoff live stream in Brisbane, maybe just go a little wider for me. You can see the chase. Yeah, I'm just trying to be some directing, get an academy for directing here as well.
Trying to sneak in there.
Spread again. Can't see if that tight end's on or I've got tight end to the left.
There he goes, Corwin. Looking, no, not for Corkett. He's looking for a pass over the middle, which was open. It was Pope, and he dropped it cold.
And I'll tell you exactly why he dropped it. And if you want to have a look at kids at home, make sure you catch the ball first, because the second the ball has hit his hands...
Oh, we're actually looking at the kickoff.
That's all right. That's all right with that one. Hit 18, come down the right side. Oh, that's a great job. Great job. On that one there, guys, the reason he dropped it is because he was looking at the end zone or looking for the defender that was about to hit him before he caught the ball. Take the yards, take the catch, know that you're going to get whacked.
2nd and 10.
Different formation with two in the backfield here, plus a tight end.
Thunder trying to get the put-away score. Corwin hasn't kept it. He's handed it off to Pope. Pope still shaking and baking in the backfield, but now the rest of the Cooks come in, and they put a close to that play.
You can only dance for so long. Thought he was going to call and wanted to keep it. He did too. I'd be interested to have a chat with TC after the game on that one, because it looked like Tommy wanted to keep it. You could see him following like he did all third quarter, and all of a sudden Tommy's looking back going, why don't I have the ball?
So he tries to turn into a blocker, 2017. Thunder with the lead and the ball.
3rd and a long 11, 3rd and 12. I'll be watching the sticks here, get some pressure. Ravens going with the 4.
Let's see if they dial up the heat. They'll rush with 4, trust their defensive backs. And Clark makes the play they were looking for. Not only makes the play, but also bats it down and stops the clock.
Receiver, Griffith receiver's just gone down.
It's Kaios. Or is that Tristan Back or Kaios Silva? If it's Tristan Back, that's not good for that young man. It is Tristan Back.
He's gone down. Straight away he was calling for some a substitute.
See Matthew Ollie on there.
He's holding that ankle.
A left ankle, and anyone who's got something going on overseas, you really just, well, you don't really want to any player. But,
Cut the feed.
but it's not good for Tristan Back. That left ankle looks like it's an issue.
He knew it. He knew it straight away too, because he was calling for a sub.
Well,
interesting that Tommy went that side against that defender on 3rd and 12. Obviously wanted to back Tristan.
Well, it looks like they've just moved him off to the Ravens sideline, and they're going to get straight back into it. So, no need to cut to an ad there.
You're right, Kenny.
Yeah.
This is now going to be 4th down. Or that should be 4th down. The sticks haven't. I mean, the down chain hasn't flipped.
Well, yeah, they're
too busy watching the injury.
The Thunder are aware of it. They know it's 4th down. Good sports.
But you're right, Kenny. With plenty of time on this clock, let's see the return here.
Is that Corkett? It isn't Corkett.
That's
it's actually
a doozy
different punter.
kick.
And takes a bad bounce though, and they'll eventually down it. Won't take any chances. But that was a punt there. It's actually a different punter.
Got some height on it.
8. That was Christian Arnold.
Changing it up.
Who's joined the Pink Towel Club. Him and Sean Duddy. Justin Fernley last week said he was very disappointed with the fact that those boys kept those towels. He said back in his day, that towel would have been gone within 2 plays max. Defense would have had it and kept it as a trophy.
Oh, how times have changed. Justin Fernley. I mean, look, they've actually got proper helmets and not leather. And they don't have novels strapped to their shins, the shin pads. Old school style. Well, it's up to the Ravens.
Ravens
3
have
points.
Plenty of time, good field position, ball in their hands. This is their game to win right now. Or shall I say it's the Thunder's game to lose.
Sending 5.
Bessie hits a comeback route to Russell. Russell breaks the tackle, gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
Geez, it'd be great to see if we had a wide shot on the on the right-hand side, because he's going to run him off. Great job there by Russell. Look at that.
That's Corey.
Number 18 playing.
Corey Jones?
I think we've got it's clear instruction there by Griffith. Do not get beat deep on the verticals.
Exactly right. Give him underneath.
So you can see that Corey was bailing with his head inside watching the quarterback. Didn't care where Russell went. Definite zone.
3 receivers out to the left, the open side of the field now. Bessie. He's under pressure, throws right back to Russell again on another hitch route this time. Picks up 5 yards.
I think that was a snag scat combo. You'll see Russell hitched it on the right, and the inside receiver should run a corner. Bang, there it is. Snag scat. That's fine. You're getting the yards, keeping the clock.
And what are they trying to do with that on that combination, mate? What are they trying to do that far side corner?
It's just the high-low read. So basically, if that corner bails to go with the corner, you've got 5-6 yards underneath. If the corner jumps down on it, it's basically a smash concept on that side.
Indeed it is. 2nd down and 5.
Empty backfield.
Bessie pump fakes. Another pump fake. Rolls out to his right. Throws too far. And did he keep his foot in bounds? And he is out of bounds. That's the second almost freakish intercept we've seen.
I almost want to say why. Good pump and go. Was not open.
Was he almost trying to throw that ball away? And dare I say it, underthrew the ball throw away.
So if he's trying to throw the ball away, there's a sideline to him to the right that's a hell of a lot closer. Why even just put it down in that area?
So now we'll look to 3rd and 5 now. Another big 3rd down conversion. The truth is they are in a long field goal
3rd and
range
5.
if they consider it.
Come on now, just get 6. Don't get 60.
Yeah, under pressure again, looking over the middle. Another clutch catch
Who do you go to?
by Russell.
Who do you go to? Who are you going to call?
The man they call Bones.
Bone Busters. Who are you going to call?
He cops a shot from Togafau as well. This is not an easy catch. Whew. And he's not a big man. There's
And
not
look,
a whole lot to him.
He knew it too. He caught it. Did the first down signal. They're moving the sticks. Now that was a different snag. That was a flip snag scat. Finally we get a run.
Roberts looking for some space.
There you
breaks
go.
a tackle.
There you go.
And Garrett Griffith will eventually take him down, but that's a great run on 1st down.
Hey, I'd be slowing this tempo right. There's 4 minutes to go. Slow this thing right down. They're on the 5-yard line. They're going to leave too much time on the clock.
2nd down and 1.
Just slow it down.
Would you just consider something like a fullback dive or something underneath here to try and convert but take time off the clock?
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely try and keep it in between the tackles. Whether it be something, through the 1, 2, or 3 hole.
Maybe leave the toss at home on this play.
Still in from the gun.
I've got
See, here's the wing here. Wing back there. Oh, direct snap.
Oh,
What the hell was that?
I think Van Blomenson might have thought he had a quarterback underneath him.
That's a great point, Kenny. That's a great point.
Because look at his snap.
No, is it supposed to be a direct snap to...
It's
You're right, Kenny. There was something either with that wing back, or is he looking at the Bessie going, where were you?
Where were you?
So I'm looking at 15.
Looking at, yeah.
Is there supposed to be a direct snap to
Well,
right here?
Well, let's see if it's a bad snap or if he leaves it there. And we're still looking.
Yeah, he thinks there's
He
somebody
thinks
there.
there's someone underneath.
That gives... they've just lost
It also shows
5
that
yards.
Bessie's not putting enough pressure on the old snapper hand. Bessie
Going for
now.
the pass.
They will pass here on 3rd down for the corner. It's a grab, but no, it's incomplete. Again, to Russell. You can tell who his favourite
Double covered.
target is.
They are in the bright corner of the end zone.
Well, we're on 4th down now. Field goal and just tie it up.
Well, yes, Russell is back there. He looks like he's going to kick.
Oh my God, as good as the offense has been, it hasn't been instilling enough confidence to believe you can just go for it now, can you?
Just such a shame, too, with that trying to come out with some tricky with 2 yards to get for a 1st down. Leaving this
Good
on...
snap. It's a
no,
good...
Oh, he's missed it. He's
Is he
missed
going
it.
wide right? He has. He's missed it. Wide right. The score remains 20-17. Under 3 minutes remaining. And the Thunder now just have to put together a solid time-consuming drive, and they will walk out of Griffith University with a W.
Let's get a replay. Can we get a replay on that, Paulie? If we have one, because I want to see if it was a bad snap, a bad hold, or just a bad kick. But there's a point, I take it back, Kenny, that it was 3rd and 2, and they went with something tricky, which lost them 6 yards. Then they rely on a field goal. You practice all week to get 2 yards, to get 1 yard. Just get the yards, get a 1st down, and keep going. Let's have a look here. So we got... I'm pretty sure, there's almost no pressure except for those two or three guys in the middle. Snap, hold, bad kick.
Maybe it's an awkward hold. Regardless, it looked good initially, but we saw that kick sail wide to right.
All right, they got one timeout, the Ravens left. Let's see if Tommy takes the ball and runs back 20 yards and takes a knee.
It's a possibility.
Inbounds. Watch Tommy just run around.
2:40 officially left on the clock.
Correct time.
To give to
There's the
Darty,
keeper
no
again.
keeper. And he'll get taken down there. He's got about 6, maybe 7 yards on that play. That's a good gain on first down. Liam Hunter's spent in the backfield.
Well, he's had a big game, Liam. I mean, we're always you can tell by those green boots. I think that was a fine. Oh, he's got to kick him out if he's going to kick him out. That was one of. I think it was a trick. I'm not sure if it was Jason Leon said it or it might have been Elijah Sinapati, but the type of thing he would do. But he said if you wear the fluoro green boots, then you get spotted on camera a lot easier.
And I think that theory is proven.
But it also shows you when you do something wrong.
Watch next week the entire Thunder O-line, fluoro-coloured boots.
So we've seen the Thunder's offense on the back of Tommy Corn
Molson
through his
Buddy
running.
Moving around now. Look at everyone has close that plane. They send a blitz. Darty spots the gap, but it is closed down by Bradley Ebden. And don't get a first down. They've got a third down and 1 here. Huge conversion upcoming, and we're about to get it to. Oh, in fact, we just get the 2-minute warning.
Oh, come on now. 63 from the Thunder.
Cameron Trejo. No, it's
Daniel
Daniel Raybould.
Raybould. Got to do a better job than that. You had him too. It was great position. Finish the block. You make that block, that running back's gone for way more yards.
How huge is this third down conversion? If they stop him here, they've got a timeout in hand. They can force a punt with under 2 minutes and run a 2-minute drill.
Watch Tommy keep it.
This game could be. Well, he's going on to center. What do you think that means? He's keeping it, and he's getting it. The Thunder pick up a first down. That, ladies and gentlemen, might have just opened the stage for the lovely rotund lady.
Love it.
Nothing fancy.
Love it. Said we did that in the Sun Devils, except with the running backs pushing it.
Is that possibly the difference there between how the two teams handled the 3rd and 2?
Absolutely. I mean, look at that. You had 3rd and 2 with either a trick play or, as we saw before, 3rd and 2 with a pass play, and then you've got Griffiths just going, let's go under centre and get it.
So, 1st and 10 now, and barring a miracle now, the Thunder, they're well and truly in control of the result of this game.
We call that play the scrum. We just said, let's go with the scrum. If you're wondering at home why we pause for a little bit, it's not because we get sick of our own voice. We actually have several different conversations going on in our headphones and trying to speak to you at the same time. And a lot of these conversations are very, very funny. They're very, very funny. I mean, the banter that goes on.
Oh, we're trying to give them credit now, and then we've just been told boo-hoo. So, poo-boo to you. We'll stick to our own conversation.
So, look,
and
again,
voices in
let's reiterate again to everybody at home that to anybody today that's helped out, whether it be line marking or in the canteen or timekeeping or our medics, etc., and maybe Livestream Brisbane, thank you very much. It's been a fantastic day.
Bit of attitude and sass been thrown your way.
Just remember, I'm in your car with the keys in it.
Fair point.
This car's going to be on brick shortly. We're taking a knee.
Looks like victory formation is being called. Yeah, probably no more than 3 or 4 players should end this game. So, well, there'll be more games next week. Maybe something you wanted to bring up and we'll maybe take the quick opportunity to talk about. Is as we're bringing up the streams for next week is John Lighton. Look, he's currently the men's outback coach.
Yes.
Possibly thinking about taking the junior outback coach. Is it possible for someone to do 2 programs there, 2 very big programs?
Let me first just say this before I say anything. I have no official voice in this, and obviously JL's done a great job with the men's, and he's got the men's World Cup next year. Head coach Luke Chapman, he's done a great job, and he may still want to go on board. But I have heard around the traps that he may think it's time to have a bit of a break, and that will bring in somebody else. I have heard that JL wants to put his hand in the hat in the ring if that does come up, and that would mean he's head coach of the men's and the juniors. Do I think that's a good idea? Look, I'll blatantly say it right now. No way in the world. No way in the world can a men's head coach be a juniors head coach and vice versa. The skill set with men's is completely different to the under-19s. And I mean that, as I said, vice versa. I'm not having a go at JL at all. I'm saying not one person cannot do both jobs. Mm-hmm. No way in the world. Having experienced what I experienced in Mexico and the other campaigns, and also Love JL to death, and have been with him with many campaigns and know how he runs the system. I think it's just too big a job.
Well, we'll see how that unfolds. Let's look forward to next week as the Thunder take the final knee. Next week, it's going to be a junior-only round as we have a league-wide bye. As once again, we take another quick thank you to Impact Sports.
Thank you.
Contact them at sales@impactsports.com. And round 7 next week belongs to the juniors. And I was just getting the word there. It's at the Gold Coast. Raptors, Spartans at 1:30, and the Stingrays and the Rhinos at 4 o'clock. So an all junior round there as the adults of our league take a bit of a breather for the league-wide bye. So the junior action will be coming our way for the first time. And there it is with the Thunder. They took a knee earlier, which ended the game. A Thunder probably deserved victory there. They controlled the outcome there. The Ravens left a lot of stuff on the table, quite frankly. And
It's one of those things, Kenny, where you can say, did the Thunder win it or the Ravens lose it?
well, we'll let the audience make that decision there. Comment below. 20 points to 17. Thunder, they defend home turf and stake a claim to second place in this competition.
Well done.
So, on behalf of live streaming Brisbane, and of course here, thank you to John Hollywood Rowe for joining me once again in the commentary booth. I've been Kenny Andres. Thank you for your company. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, everybody. See ya.